It's me.
If you could hear us, say hi.
Hi.
Not you guys. Meant the stream. Whenever sound comes back.
Yeah, for some reason, all my settings had changed.
Yeah, they're very low.
Okay, there we go. Well, we now have sound. Audience, is the sound good enough?
At max volume, you can hear people.
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but close enough.
Fine, I'll just have
Luckily,
to talk louder.
Oh,
Please
because
don't.
you'll just then deafen your stream.
Steph and me.
Yeah, please don't.
Alright, cool. That'll do. That'll do, stream. That'll do. So yes, you have arrived in this little alcove here, and if I actually bring up my notes, because apparently I've got way too many tabs open for this one. Get rid of a couple of these. Don't need that one anymore. What's this one? Oh, let's do a quick weather check, just so you're not probably gonna go back outside, but I just want to know what the weather's like.
Hey, you never know. It might be
Outside while you're doing this.
earthquakes. It might be earthquakes.
You're in, what was it?
Summer.
Day 9, so you're over a week, so there's no longer a modifier applying, so that's just a flat 18. At the beginning of the season, you're more gravitated towards the center effect, so having less extremes, and as you get to the height of the season, you're actually more likely to be pulled to the extremes of the weather.
Ah.
Okay.
Is the
Just so
extremes
that
for
way,
the is the extremes for the Imic season just fire?
Scorching heat is one of them, yes.
Yeah.
We'll be doing con checks not to die.
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe not to die, just not have heat stroke.
Not
if you're
pass
outside.
out.
Are floods the other one? Droughts and floods, are they the two extremes?
Technically, since it's not really a spoiler, since this is just a weather mechanic, for Imrise, it is thunderstorm and strange phenomenon as the extremes.
Phenomenon.
With just rain and scorching heat on.
So just regular ass planet Earth now, then. Yeah.
Probably a little more than that, but yeah. I imagine
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like
I
lightning.
didn't recreate the weather table. I used the standard D&D weather table as a basis. I just modified it here and there.
Yeah.
I might make it more extreme in the future. Light clouds. Not bad. There's light clouds outside, unbeknownst to everyone who's currently inside a cave. But anyway, I was looking up the names of who actually got left you, because you did pick 2 people.
It was
If I
the
actually get
elf
back to
and
my
the
notes,
Mohawk gnome.
Yep.
it was Vanessa, the elf ranger, and Punky Gnome, the pink mohawk.
It was Punky Gnome, that was it.
Yeah.
I just assumed at the point we'd want to have a chat with the
Yeah.
Mohawk gnome at some point.
Hey, now, as you guys finish up your long rest, those of you who don't need a full 8 hours have a couple of hours in the morning to do what you'd want. I believe we only had one scene on the scene docket before we went into the actual settlement. So I guess the point, take us away if you want to actually flesh out that scene.
Okay, so some point before we get up to leave in the morning, the point would ask Zormir and Fade to join them, to work out where on the ship to join them. In the lab, let's say, in the engine room where Drax hangs out. But the point will politely ask Drax to leave. A nice area that isn't his room.
You actually don't think Drax never accepted a room. He says he doesn't need one. He doesn't sleep. He was fine just being in the lab.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Well, I'll wait for a point when Drax is not here, and.
To fair, he does leave if you ask him. Like, he's an ally.
Anyway, I will ask Zorma and Fade to join me once we're landed, so Zorma isn't flying.
Is it when Zormir's had a couple more hours sleep?
Yes.
This will be during Alvina's watch, I imagine, so she'll be just up on the topic.
I don't know how to put this, and the point will reach probably just at the cloth behind him and pull it off and reveal an egg. Not the evil egg, a white and gold marbled egg,
Not a dragon egg.
not a dragon egg.
We have a surprisingly large number of eggs in this group.
So,
Also, the evil curse thing, not an egg, just a container. Just a container, guys.
We've decided it's an egg.
There's nothing egg about it.
The evil egg. Yeah.
I found this.
Okay.
I think it's got a celestial inside, one that we can get to work for us.
May I
I
point
spoke-
out that as long as it doesn't do what the last one tried to do?
Oh yeah, well this one's an egg, so I doubt it would.
And what was exactly your plan?
Well, I spoke to some people at Salvage, and they say there's a celestial expert who lives near to Banshee's Grove,
Okay.
just east of it. I was hoping we could go and speak to them about how to, hatch it. It feels like this is important, just in the grand scheme of things.
Okay. I will say that we may want to at least ask everybody.
Well, yeah, I'll ask them once we leave, because obviously we're not gonna go there until we leave Smokyard.
And as long as it doesn't bite us in the ass like the last adventure.
Well, how about if we can, we try and hatch it when we're in the sky, and then if it goes wrong, we can chuck it off.
You do know celestials have wings.
Not all of them.
2 things.
That's...
One, I don't remember the Devil's Piper biting us in the ass. Oh, you meant that in a metaphorical sense.
Yes. I mean, he did try to... Oh, so you remember some of it? Oh.
I've been meditating for the past week. The most recent things are the clearest in my mind.
Well, I wasn't meaning literal biting in us in the ass, but the fact that they did try to take control of the whole entire party to do what they want us to do.
I reckon we could have
This
talked
leads
out of it.
me on to the second point. No pun intended.
2 points would be pretty good. Then we'd at least have 2 Meridas on the go.
If we were to hatch this thing, or attempt to, and it went wrong, and it exploded, I would much rather be closer to the ground than flying, because then we would fall out of control. And I turn to Zormir and say, right?
He does have a point there.
Yeah, okay, I admit I didn't think through the if it goes wrong scenarios. Because
Yes.
it's not going to. I mean, look, it's white and gold. Nothing white and gold ever goes wrong.
What color was the door that we opened?
Are you sure it's not black and blue?
Oh god, I was gonna go with the Semtex joke on that one, but you beat me to that. I'll take that one. That's better.
Oh damn you!
Can I kneel down in front of it and get a sense of its essence pattern or essence sort of energy, Chris?
Technically no, because it doesn't have a stat block.
I was
You get nebulous energy. It's unformed, unpatterned as of yet. It's still in a non-lifelike state.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, did I sense it with my what's it called? could be with nature when I asked about celestials a while ago.
Mechanically,
it's not got a
no,
thing.
because it does not have a stat block.
Yeah, I
yes,
was like,
hilarious.
that'll be why. That's cool.
I've never seen
Apparently, it's just
anything like
Charisma
this.
Rock's Holy Rock.
It's the Holy Rock. It's a donut.
Have I ever seen anything like this in my religious studies, my investigative studies?
Go ahead and give me a do you have proficiency in religion?
I do indeed.
Then give me a religion check at disadvantage.
I learned about this in RE at school.
Disadvantage.
Does it have any wording on it at all?
I will guide my.
Any what?
Actual celestial writing.
Yeah.
No, it just has a marbling effect.
Okay.
It's an egg.
It does for one side does look like just a celestial egg, rather than a artificial construct.
Similar to
Oh.
the stone thing that we found.
With disadvantage, that's a 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just need to take a moment there. What?
Yeah. Yeah, man. With disadvantage,
Guidance.
it's a fucking 30.
It was just hard 16 was the lower roll, to be fair.
I could add.
Yeah, I mean, fair. That's all
to it if you
valid.
want.
It's just like what?
I know. It's so fun. I'm very specialized now.
One sec, I need to double check what this actually gets to.
You know what? I'll roll a d6, see if I make a 35. I'll use my knowledge from a past life.
Yeah.
32.
Even higher.
I can use that 4 times today, so it's fine.
You definitely 100% know it's a celestial egg. You also know that there is, as you're looking at this egg, strange thoughts begin to. Actually, you wanted to do all of this. It's just you projecting stuff, right? Is that how
Yeah.
you want to remember things? Cool. As you something starts to come to you, suddenly your eye lights up again, and much like R2D2, you project a holographic image of your memory playing over, as you see a figure who. You know what? I'm just gonna have him be in a white robe right now because I cannot remember what he looks like or what the hell what race I made him. You see a Noid of some variety that I will flesh out once you go and actually meet them in a white robe that you are having a conversation with as you both appear to be perching down on a hill or a hill in a kind of jungle-like tree side, looking down at what appears to be a large base of some variety or large outpost where soldiers in the white armor and some with some of artificial angel wings are patrolling the outer edges. You see a couple of divine ships here and there fly in and out of port. As you're having a casual conversation, as you appear to be watching and scouting out this base with this figure, a name comes to your mind. A doctor, and this is where I actually need to check my notes. Hey, Ali, what's the name I gave you?
Oh god, I was hoping you'd say.
Oh, no,
It's on the front page because I noticed you added it to the quests.
That's good. I'll just cheat and look at my own loading.
Yeah, I say just look at your own
Dr.
thing.
Doominspire. Dr. Doominspire.
Doominspire.
I like that name.
Dr. Doominspire.
Yes,
You're
Dr.
just ripping
Doominspire.
off Marvel now.
Dr. Doomsday
I thought that was my job.
You're ripping off kind of Marvel and what is it, Phineas and Ferb? Is
Yeah.
that
Hilariously, that's actually he is based on
Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know it's something like that. I've never watched it, but I know the name.
Yep. He comes to your mind as the rebellion's expert in celestials, both biology and the studying of the Empire itself.
Am I the expert on psionics?
No, you don't count as an expert. You
Aw.
count as a agent, particularly an
Ugh.
investigation agent. You do too much traveling, and you needed to have too broad a skill set.
Yeah, this is fair.
I'd be amazed if he's not an Azumar, by the way.
Who knows?
I don't know that man, but yet I know. I know them. Do I get a
Like a
sense of
fortune
how?
cookie.
Do I get the sense of how long ago it was? Is it my robot body? Is it my previous body?
How long were you in your robot body for? It was quite a while, right?
4 decades, I think, roundabout.
Yeah, so this would have been about maybe half a decade to a decade ago. You're still not entirely sure. It wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things.
Hmm. In terms of the
Um,
overall war that's been raging for
Thousands of years.
hundreds of years, yeah.
The Cold War has been going on for something like 7 millennia.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Alterra has a very short lifespan.
So I'm in my robot body.
Yes.
Any idea where it is based on geography? And
Yes.
I am proficient
you
in
would know
map
the
tools, you
city
see.
as or the outpost as Banshee's Grove.
Oh.
Yeah. Then
It is.
I bring up a map and point it out then.
And the point goes, yeah, that's where they said he was.
With the +30, you'd actually point to a more distinct area than just the broad area the point was given. The point you were kind of given the vague area of like east of the settlement, but the Fade having actually been there, you remember a exact location of where this guy's hut is.
Halfway up that mountain, there is a crevasse and a cave within, secluded. It cannot be found except by those who've already been there.
Hey, Jack Sparrow.
With the religion as well, you'd also know that celestial eggs are incredibly rare, particularly outside the Empire. Even inside the Empire, they are heavily guarded, especially if they are related in any way to angels. Now, it's not guaranteed this is an angel egg, just because there is some limits to your knowledge, and there's a wide range of celestial eggs. But celestials themselves are still somewhat semi-regulated in the Empire, and particularly they are scouted, and any celestial outside the Empire is considered a heretic and is actively hunted down as a betrayer. So celestials outside the Empire are quite rare. You'd also know a little tidbit about the only time you've ever heard of a celestial egg is from an old story myth stemming back to tales of the rogue pantheon. The rogue pantheon being some of the few gods and minor gods that survived the Schism War, the effectively civil war of the Radiant Empire that led to its founding.
Yeah.
Particularly led by the old gods Rayan and Medici, who
Oh, nice. I know those ones.
for all intents and purposes, are MIA. Nobody's quite sure. Most believe that they are dead. Most believe that the Rogue Pantheon is nothing more than a myth or a story you tell children to give them hope that maybe there is some bigger power on your side. It's actually a story that has a lot of controversy around it, as some in the rebellion believe that giving false hope or relying on greater powers or telling children that there is greater powers out there will lead to being less independent. So it's heavily there's a lot of back and forth as to whether or not these stories are helpful or if they are harmful to what is needed for the rebellion, particularly the Noid rebellion, to survive in terms of being able to be self-sufficient.
Yeah. I can't. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Where did you get this? Where did you find it?
Long story.
Lady.
You know, back when we were in the Earthquakers Temple,
Yes.
and at the back there was a statue, and the
Okay.
statue kind of not spoke to me in words as such, but kind of called to me, and this was behind the statue.
Okay. We just seem to be gathering more and more things we really shouldn't have.
This is an incredibly dangerous thing, and the fact that you have it and the Celestials do not, if they learn of its existence, then they will not hesitate to destroy you and this ship and all who have ever known you in order to retrieve this.
Uh,
The point will just
Rick.
quickly throw that cloth he had back over the egg.
They
Okay.
can see through cloth, you know. A lot of them have X-ray vision.
Okay.
No, they don't.
I
Okay.
know they don't, but I'm just trying to put the fear of the gods into it.
No, Fade. We did say
It's called
Fade's.
bluffing.
We did say Fade's not the specialist on Celestial, so they might believe that they have X-ray vision.
It's
They're like
called
the
bluffing.
tinfoil
They're
hat
not
guy.
the specialists in terms of like really, really vague knowledge that I've locked behind NPCs.
Do you want me to roll deception? I'm just
Oh
trying
no,
to make it
you can
so that
tell
you're
that.
like,
I'm just saying,
oh yeah,
pick
yeah.
something more believable, like blind sight or something.
They
Pick an
can.
actual game mechanic.
They have X-ray
vision.
They can shoot lasers out of their eyes, and if you grind them up, they turn into tea leaves. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
I've heard that as soon as a celestial sees you, you can die.
Uh,
I mean, if it's a solar.
I mean, so might not actually be that far off.
There's a spell known as Power Word Kill that
Point.
they all can cast at will.
Point. Come with me.
Coming.
Should
Go to
I
the kitchen.
stay here with the egg? Or
Oh no. You come as well, but make sure that you keep an eye out for Emmy right now.
what
Please.
is that?
Emmy would be in Alvina's room.
Oh yeah, Emmy.
Actually, Emmy's
What?
unsupervised, so.
What is this?
Nobody point
It's-
out about the radiant spy on the ship.
There's a
What
Plant
is
Definitely
this?
thing.
like come back and bite you in the ass later.
There's
Yeah.
a plant thing that Alvina picked up. I'd
Uh,
rather you.
My left arm lights up in literal fire. If we could destroy this plant thing, if that would make it easier.
No, because Alvina will destroy you.
Also, it's connected
Again.
to a different.
Again.
Also, it's connected to a different thing.
Let us make sure to lock this door then.
Well,
There's
we-
already too many spies from different factions on this ship.
We have.
Yeah.
We need a primordial. That's what I've been saying. Just
What off, sir?
We've got one of those.
who?
Right.
Start off.
Cut off?
Sort of
Yeah.
isn't a spy; he's a neutral entity.
He does have
He
a
has no
pri-
allegiance.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Sora
have
has
to have
no pri-
allegiance to that
Uh,
thing rather than just being of the same type.
We're about to go into an elemental giant.
I'm
Area.
going to
Well,
I'm
hope.
It's
fine with
only-
getting it. We're gonna pick up
Yeah.
a giant.
Soloth is only like maybe a couple weeks old in their current incarnation.
And even before, he
Yeah,
was
he
like in
has,
a
he has no
different.
allegiance to anyone other than Fukyu.
Yeah, he was a freaking doorstop before we picked him up.
Yeah.
I'm opening up here and keep it in here.
A
Nice.
panel of the wall just slides open as Zormir does something out of your line of sight to access the secret compartment.
Oh, nice.
It's a small walk-in closet.
It's a closet.
Which fair, it's like 10 by 10. It's actually a small room.
Yeah, walk-in closet.
Thank you, but I think I've got my own place to keep it.
Do
Just a
you
couple of
have
stairs here.
a demi-plane? Because I
No.
can create one if you want. And I begin rummaging on my form. I had a
I had one on me. It was in my back.
Never.
Wasn't it?
never mind. I will find the scroll. I picked it up. I don't know where I got it. It must have been in my bag of holding when I exploded. But if I find it, I will let you know. You can learn the spell.
Oh, that might be always useful to pull props out. And
It
I,
is-
I could put like Merida in there, and yeah. sounds
Imagine
good.
opening a painting on a wall, and behind there is a safe, and you open the safe. It is like that, but the safe is another plane of existence.
Oh, that sounds very safe.
It's
Oh,
it's like
Good
having
things.
no object permanence then.
two things I'm going to say to you. One, do not let Emmy find out about this thing, or we're all up shit creek without a paddle.
Well, we
I
would
kept
have a
it from all of
paddle.
you for this long.
And two, okay, we're not telling Alvina exactly what the thing is, but we'll tell them we get to go near the celestial people.
Sounds
Okay?
good. Yeah.
We could just not tell anyone.
I was about to
We
say.
have. I would like to ask everyone if they're okay with going for a mission there. We don't have to give them the specifics.
We need to drop off a statue anyway.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we could just go to Doctor Doom Inspire to ask about general celestial stuff. Maybe these the points to his tattoos.
Yes.
Perhaps we should ask the doctor about the statue before we drop it off. The artifact.
Good point. Good
So
point.
that we're not essentially giving an all-powerful weapon to the Celestials for them to possibly use against the Noids.
Let's not give the Celestials an atomic bomb, possibly.
Fair point.
Thank
We should-
you. Thank you, finally someone. I know, but we don't want to give someone one. We want to use it ourselves.
Yes. Wait, who said that?
I think you're having flashbacks of past memories talking about bombs, please. Yeah.
Yes. I liked making bombs. It was easy.
All right, that sounds like the scene has come to an end.
Yeah.
As you start to have random casual chit chat.
Yeah, you see an element of the professor begin to emerge again as Fade begins to waffle for the first time.
Does anyone have perception higher than 18?
Yes.
Not
well, mine is mine is 18.
All right, so you probably would have seen like fuck you hiding somewhere in the lab.
He's that purple spot.
Yeah.
By the way, did anyone else notice fuck you under that lampshade pretending to be a light?
Just a lampshade on his head.
I don't
I
know
thought Drax
why.
was just getting
but
into
they kept
arts
on,
and craft.
No, they kept on saying ding dong, as if that is the sound a light makes. Am I losing my mind again here?
Did either of the other two spot it? So maybe you were like,
Nope.
what?
Passively, no.
Yeah.
Actively, possibly. Let's see.
They go, maybe.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
You might be going insane.
What are you on about?
Nothing, just a normal lampshade over here.
See, there it goes again. If it says it's a normal lampshade.
So I was about to say, can you fuck you roll persuasion or deception? I want to see if he rolls nat 20 and they go, well, I mean, it would know.
It says it's a normal lampshade, so I'm sure it knows what it is and what it isn't.
Yes, it's. What the fuck is wrong with me right now? Seriously, I'm just buying into this.
The point's not at all.
The point
The
isn't.
only one that doesn't.
I'm just seeing things.
That's right.
The point will just look at the lampshade and go, well, you know what we do to tacky lampshades that spread secrets we don't want them to?
Give him time.
Overboard.
At that point, fuck you with the lampshade still on his head just walks past them and out the door.
I have a lampshade like that for my room.
Oh,
I need to go back to sleep, apparently.
Zombie's like, know what? Need to go back to bed.
And then we move on.
There we go.
That's a good ending.
Yeah. Ben, that was just good.
Yeah.
We
Can I get inspiration for that?
Yeah, inspiration.
Corpse into the
There
camera.
you go. Ben gets
Thank you.
inspiration.
Yeah. That was well earned.
As we come to daybreak, is there anything anyone the party members would like to do or ask of the two NPCs before we move the scene on into the settlement?
Alvina would have been sitting up in the crow's nest because it'd be her watch. So she'll just be like whistling to herself up there.
Is there any particular greeting your watcher requires so as not to appear rude to them?
I assume you're coming up on deck and asking Vanessa and Pinky that.
Yep.
Vanessa kind of just leans back against the railing that she was looking over and kind of just dismisses you, while Pinky kind of looks up at you and with a ponderous kind of just putting his hand over his the bald part of his scalp, kind of just scratching the back of his neck. Oh, that's a good question. Kind of green, I guess. Whatever you do, don't spit in his face. That's pretty good. Oh, don't punch him. That's always a good one.
That's
Don't
actually
step
surprisingly
on his
point.
toes.
What was that last one?
Don't step on his toes.
Mm.
Oh, don't tug at his beard.
I might insight in to see if this guy's an idiot.
He's saying this with complete conviction. He believes that these are valid points he's making.
I mean, yeah.
They've all happened in the past when
I mean-
Alvina clone has come through.
Fuck you.
I
is
was
right.
about to say,
Yeah.
telling people not to punch someone with our groups actually like, yeah.
Fuck you is writing down a list.
Oh, shit, you little shit, come here.
No, my list.
Oh, I guess positive wise, he likes a drink. Bring him something good and exotic. That always earns his favor.
Don't
Tommy, do you
know.
have anything?
I don't know if we've got anything exotic left on here.
Do you have mushroom wine?
Yes.
I mean,
Oh,
we have had a squid sitting in a barrel. That's probably exotic.
I guess.
I'm gonna ask Assassin if they know they're poisonous or not.
I mean, they might be, but
That's why I asked
They
if they know they are.
Do the classic, they'll tell you for $9.99.
no.
I give him a mushroom and see if they answer.
Probably not.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I'm not poisonous myself, so I wouldn't know.
Fuck
Yeah.
you's gonna go up to Pinky.
so your hair.
Yeah.
How much do you like it?
Pretty like it.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, okay, that's
What?
good. Never mind. Bye.
Oh, God, no.
Strange fellow, that one.
Yeah, he gets that a lot.
If anyone notices, fuck you, he's now drawing a stick figure with a pink mohawk.
You?
Oh, fuck
I'm
you, made a
just,
friend.
I'm just looking down, going concerned, but don't know what they could be doing. So
Oh no,
Leave it at that.
you've seen fuck you do this many times.
Oh, hang on. Yep.
Mm.
Most of his walls are covered in these kind of pictures
yeah,
with names.
I
on
just
them.
Well, so, got any more questions, or should we head into town?
I'm ready to head into town.
How aware are you?
Yep, I need to get a straight razor.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Fuck you.
Mm.
I break a piece off my robot leg. Will this do?
This might do actually.
It's very straight and very sharp.
Yeah, this will do. Just need to wait till night.
It's strange. It just look. It's growing back.
That's cool.
Hmm.
So how many of these can
I'm
we
s-
make out of you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would rather not learn that immediately.
Okay.
Just in case I break.
Fuck you writes this down on his list.
I need that guy's leg.
Fuck you is turning into Rocket.
God, fucking gonna be an artist now as well.
Next
Oh my
level,
gosh.
Bucky's getting out of this again.
I really want him to. That would be amazing. Oh shit! You could become Junkrat in this world. This is strong Junkrat energy. Holy shit! Oh
no.
god.
Anyway, I think
Anyway,
we're ready
let's
to
go
just
down.
head off.
Yes, let's.
All right. All right, it's gonna both finish what we're
As we're
saying.
going-
But it's up
As
to-
we're going along, fuck you's just asking Pinky things like,
Is that your natural hair colour? How long does it grow? How long does it take?
just things like that.
Or mirrors the
That's fair, that's
shaking
fair.
his head.
They tell you it's actually quite a difficult procedure. They have to get the pink dye that's from a specialist berry that grows kind of further out from one of the core splinters.
Right.
Oh.
You also learn the giant sticks poking out of the sky that occasionally explode are called core splinters.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm just
Okay.
gonna write that one down.
No idea where they came from. They've always been here. They periodically explode, effectively planting seeds all over the place that then grow.
Oh, that's why they explode. I was wondering.
That like puffer pods.
It's like that plant that it
but-
actually explodes to like reproduce. What were they called again? Core what?
Core
Yeah, it's
core
core
splinter.
splinters.
Core splinters.
Core splinters.
Hilariously enough, I already had it written down as splinters, so it was
Nice.
pretty close. Core splinters. Nice.
There you go. Yes, the party is led through the snaking tunnel. It doesn't look like they have as much of a kind of branching path system that Salvage had, but they do have a couple tunnels that seem to run left and right and kind of snake around here and there that you would be easy to get lost for a period of time if you didn't know where you're going. But Pinky and Vanessa lead you directly through them until you come out into this larger cavern, and you can see straight ahead of you at the end of the cavern there appears to be some sort of giant almost wood and metal contraption that looks similar to an elevator.
Here.
Is it an elevator?
Yes.
Great. If it walks like an elevator and talks like an elevator,
It's not an
Probably an
elevator, it's a mimic.
I mean, it could be
Yeah.
a descender.
Could be a descender.
Ooh.
Boo.
Let me just throw some rangers around here.
Ugh, Rangers.
Nothing wrong with Rangers now. They got the update, remember?
Yeah.
Mm.
They have an update.
The Tasha's one.
Ah,
You know
as well
I'm-
as the giant elevator you see at the end. Apparently I accidentally left some sort of tent over it that seems to have a tent canvas covering part of it.
It's under construction.
Oh, that one. Okay.
There are will look to be dug out and kind of placed with these metal strips to kind of give it form. Staircases leading into the darkness to the east and right. You're only seeing this top circular cavern right now. There's these little carts dotted around as various pieces, tables, and a small furnace and workstation, as well as a grinding stone that have been laid all about. Actually, there should be a couple rangers here guarding. As well as what appears to be two other of these individuals in the same dark green leather garb that you've seen the other squad that initially came onto the ship in. This appears to be the standard Deepwell Ranger outfit. There seems to be a lot of crossover, but slight difference to the Marauder armor that you saw. Only this one looks to be specialized for the more lush and green and forested area of Smokeyard.
Nice, okay. The way over here.
Your Zormir is the Pinky, along with Vanessa, lead you up to the elevator where they kind of nod to the guards. It looks like they've been expecting you as you all take your position in the elevator.
Oop.
After a couple seconds after you're all in, the elevator begins. There's this slight sudden movement as the elevator begins descending through this shaft downwards. And as you come out a couple minutes later, you see light begin to spill in the point, getting giant.
I can't resize him myself, so I'm just going to get rid of him for now.
That's fine. We'll just use Zormir as the mini for now.
That's what I thought, unless we're going to split up, I thought we'll use Zormir for the moment.
Yeah. As you descend down, suddenly light begins to flood in again as you exit the shaft and are now at the top of this more larger cavern underneath you. Similarly, as you're going down, you can see staircases leading further down into deeper caverns. But similar to salvage, you can see there is massive tents and marketplaces dotted here and there. To the far east, you can see this massive alcove filled with trees and branches that looks to be under heavy construction, or maybe not construction, but heavy dismantling. You can hear the sounds of chainsaws and the grunt of labor echoing from the east as people start to hack and saw off pieces of wood, beginning to kind of categorize it into smaller chunks as they begin just cutting into the lumber. It looks like they take the lumber down and then dismantle it inside the actual cave. There's also a giant statue in the center that I need to clear the peasants off. Get off, peasants.
How dare you? They're climbing on it. It's children.
Piss off,
There
peasants.
is a giant wooden statue of a centaur in the center of the marketplace with two brass tables with offerings and flowers and what would appear to be pictures drawn on parchment collected in a little offering shrine at its base. Surrounding the back of it, as you continue descending, there appears to be crates filled with green fruit, as well as three statues lining behind it, protecting it. But you can't quite make them out as you're descending here.
Was that a god or?
I was about to ask,
it's-
is that someone important or is that?
It's probably just a person.
That's why I assumed it'd be a hero.
Yeah.
With your passive religion, you do not recognize it as any of the major gods.
No, I didn't figure as much. It's probably a leader in the rebellion
That's what I assumed.
or former
there any
rebel. It's the Luke
legendary
Skywalker
hero?
of this world. Yeah.
I thought it would be like legendary hero possibly because there's offerings. They used to put offerings out for someone who's currently alive.
Is
Same
there any
Luke Skywalker
similarity
isn't a
to
legend.
Gwent beyond just being a centaur?
Give me an insight
All
check.
the same, dude. That's racist.
That's an aside from being a centaur.
We've only seen one centaur in this world, and it's you. And
The
now there's this
17.
guy. It's reasonable to assume. Oh, well,
While there are
another
similarities, there does appear to be enough distinction that they just appear to be two unrelated centaurs.
Okay.
It's not Gwent. It's not just Gwent.
If you rolled a 1, that's definitely where I was going with that.
Yeah.
As you reach the bottom of this cavern, the elevator continues through another mine shaft. For the sake of the map, the maps are overlapping. So this one here is on top of this. So this actually does extend back out under the two other maps. So the elevator continues down into the corner here. But it was really hard getting 3D maps on a 2D platform.
Yeah, it's an absolute bitch. So yeah, I assumed that it was like that, and I like how you've done it.
Yes, underneath the covered section are just more tents and communal areas and residential areas, so nothing of any particular note.
Yeah.
But you continue down until you get into, suddenly, as the light shines in, a cavern that dwarfs the previous one you're in and is even, maybe even slightly bigger than Salvage itself. You get a waft of what appears to be fresh and almost earthy water washing in from the west. You can see several massive, large wooden statues now, as well as this massive hut in the center that ascends maybe 60 to 80 feet up into the air. Its rooftop is crest by even more statues. And there appears to be a large wooden shrine off to the right here with these two angelic statues coming out. There are actual trees growing in the cavern, dotting the outer perimeter in both a vibrant, lush green and over to the left, this beautiful autumn orange.
I like this place.
Caves echo with the sound of people going about their life. It appears that, given that Smokeyard is much more abundant in terms of nature, with the core splinters creating effectively flash forestation, and it looks like Deepwell is able to support a much larger population than Salvage ever could.
I like this place. Are these beetles, by the way, these statues? They look kind of beetle-y.
They are giant, kind of similar to, I guess, Casme demons, but with less demonic.
Oh, okay.
So giant mosquito-like creatures.
Neat.
But yes, the elevator stops here on effectively the third underfloor. as you are let out into this just massive cavern. And without really turning back, or you kind of see Vanessa kind of smirking as she looks at you, kind of seeing the awe in your eyes, and there's a bit of a pride smile on her face for those with high insight.
It's bigger on the
She kind of
inside.
puffs out her chest a little bit.
Yeah, Alvina's like looking around and Bruce is like, I like this place. This is nice.
Pinky begins marching forward through the crowd to begin kind of similar to Salvage. They begin kind of all giving you a glance and a look as a small passageway effectively opens up as people part in your presence.
So are we up here?
No, so you're down here underneath these layers. So Pinky begins traveling underneath this segment here and starts going directly towards this massive central building.
Yeah. Alvina walks with absolute just confidence behind them, essentially. Just like looking around, just looking at everything going,
Shit, I couldn't quite figure out what was powering that.
Oh, it was pulleys and gear system. As you get to the bottom, there's massive kind of mechanical cogwheels.
That was what my perception was about.
You got a natural one.
The point will explain to you, well, this is called a cog.
This is a
So
rope.
used to arcane sources, doesn't understand basic engineering.
Yeah, he's like, this is a rope, Zombie.
No, that can't be possible. Is that an anime?
Why doesn't he just use magic though?
Yeah.
Why don't you just drive everywhere? Not all of us can
I have
afford
feet.
a fucking car, mate.
I have feet. It's like it's 100 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, even the centaur can summon a car. What the hell is wrong with these people?
That's a bit racist.
It's just Rip on Gwent Day, apparently.
Oh, because both Gwent and can both summon a. We've got the Gwentmobile, and I can summon the.
Just some maid, I need to do that.
I hear a shovel.
They're poor and refugees. Not all of them can use magic.
They really need.
Didn't someone say that artificers are really rare?
I really need to teach them some artificery here.
Yes, to the point where I'm pretty sure only Bastion technically has official artificers.
Yeah. Albina literally said it when somebody's muttering that. I'm sure someone mentioned that.
What? Artificery is very important to me.
I'm aware. Wow, they really cleared the path for us. Jesus.
They also start wandering out the way. You kind of see eyes poking from behind tents, just watching you.
Hello. You don't bite.
I do.
The point is just finger gunning everyone.
Ah! He screams as they just get shot.
I do think it was good that both me and you shouted I do at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously. We don't bite. Speak for yourself.
But yes, that is Deepwell.
Nice.
Marketplace on the second level, exit and entrance on the first level, giant residential and living area on the third level. You are unaware of the fourth level.
Okay.
The fourth level is where the giant skull lives.
Once you get exploring or kind of have a look around the more intricate areas, you'll notice the giant warded off area that has the actual kind of like almost like construction site, massive walls obscuring your way in. A giant yellow, like rising, falling security door. God, what do you call it? Shutter?
Sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say blast door, but
Yeah, blast door is a bit more extreme than I think.
Yellow shutters.
Alvina have probably spotted it at some point if there was like a line of sight, and she'll go, "I need to check that out later."
But it appears that even just as you're walking through, it seems that this place also has a similar cultural vibe to Salvage. There appears to be a heavy emphasis in art, whereas previously it was more musical inclined. This one appears to have a very heavy emphasis on sculpting, particularly wooden sculpting. And even as you pass, you can see several people kind of whittling away. which I guess makes sense as they do have an abundance more of wood here than Salvage did in Titan's Guts. So it seems that they've taken up more wood-based arts.
It's wood carving. Nice. Maybe I could get a new flute here. Or lute. I don't remember. Do I have flute or lute this time as my instrument?
Fluty loot.
I have lute. Okay. Maybe I can get a new lute.
You have a loop flute like Merida.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loop. I'll buy some Fruit Loops. Oh, we're gonna do.
Yes. If there's anything you want to do before, as Pinky continues leading you towards the administration building, is there anything you want to do, look around, ask before we go into the building?
Turn around,
I'm doing that.
Alvina, and fuck you and say, we're trying to make a good impression. Be on
Exactly.
your behavior.
Well, we're not gonna lie to them.
Fuck you,
Just
pulls out
don't
his
start a
lampshade.
fight with a random person already. And
I haven't started a
you.
fight with anybody.
Ooh, Alvina,
Fuck you,
give
I
me
know
a
what you're up to
Oh,
and
what is that?
behave.
Give me a perception check,
Okay.
because this might attract your attention.
This is another perception check. It was because I rolled one earlier. Actually. Okay, perception. 7. Nope.
Shame. Unbeknownst to you, you do not find out about the Deepwell food specialty.
Ooh, I did see food earlier. I'll find out when I ask about the food on the Nova level. Later.
Was anyone else
See,
want to do anything?
How do the actual people look? Are they happy, healthy? Can
I imagine
make a
well
medicine
fed.
check just to make sure
Yep.
they're okay.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Nice. 20. You find every infirmity on everyone.
Yes, there is a slight paleness that you saw in Salvage, given that both civilizations or both sets live underground. But apart from that, they actually look a bit healthier than those in Salvage did. Probably to do with the more abundance of food here.
Okay.
They need more vitamin D. Essentially, they need to get out more. But that's about
But yeah, everyone seems healthy.
nice.
I've heard of that spell called Daylight. Well, I wonder if anyone can ever
Apparently I know
cast
about
that.
hearing things.
Oh. We all good? I heard someone disconnect.
Yeah, who?
Yeah,
there
that
we go.
was
For some reason, I stopped hearing you all.
All right.
I was just muttering something about a spell.
Yeah, daylight. How to cause nightmares in this populace. Just cast daylight in the middle of this cave.
That's fair. But yes, everyone is relatively healthy. Was there anything else anyone wanted to do?
No, I think Alvina's fine to go and do the admin bit first and then go and explore.
Yep.
That's fair. As you enter into the building, you can see similarly it's made of painted wood. There are several intricate kind of statues or carvings into the wall here and there. It looks like somebody's just gone to work whittling the entire building into various Noid architectural methods.
Works. Just go with
Or-
works. Yeah.
I think, what do you call that?
Stuff.
Aesthetics.
Sculpture.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay,
Shapes.
that's what.
Rebellion
Shapes and
aesthetic.
colors.
Shapes and colors. Motifs. There we go.
Mm.
You follow through. It doesn't look like they have as much usage of fabric here as Salvage did. The floors are much more bare. They seem to have just plain tables and cupboards, well, heavily decorated or sculpted, but without tablecloths or an emphasis on curtains or anything. Everything here is kind of got this strange, almost nature-like vibe. There's plenty of greenery kind of dotting the alcoves and vines kind of wrapped around banisters as you're going through it, giving it a almost civilized nature walk feel to it.
I imagine anyone who's looking at Alvina just sees utter contentment on her face. This is just like back home. How I imagine it.
It would actually be far more organized. Fantasia has a heavy emphasis on organic structure. This one is too almost semi-dwarven in its nature, of a lot of angular lines, a lot of use of symmetry and straightness to it.
So it's getting there. Essentially, it's on the right track. It just needs a little more chaos added to it.
Yeah, because in Fantasia, you actually grow and mold the trees
Yeah.
into their shapes, whereas this is very constructed, very inorganic.
Cool.
But yes, as you're going through, there is a corridor essentially going off left and right that loops around, effectively mimicking the orange band, with rooms going off it, as well as a massive central chamber in the middle as you go through these already open doors. And as you're approaching, you can hear the sound of sloshing alcohol and cheering voices. It seems that somebody has started their morning with a devilish alcoholic feast as wafts of various alcohols perfume through the air, and you enter in and you can see there is a large almost drinking hall in the center of this table with the sounds of tankards hitting into each other, as centered on one of the largest tables on a platform is a quite sturdy mountain dwarf with a beard and flowing locks of hair as brightly red as the sun itself.
Utrecht.
Around him are one or two nondescript NPCs.
All right.
As you enter, the figure kind of looks up at all of you. His eyes already got in that slight glaze of drunkardness to it as he scans each of you, kind of giving you a once over as he moves through the group before he finally kind of stands up with a bit of a wobble as alcohol sloshing out of the actual tankard. He raises it to you. Aye, we've got guests. I love guests. What you bring me?
We do still have some of that mushroom wine, don't we? We definitely took it with us.
So I put some of it in Assassin's backpack of holding, but
I pull out a bottle of very fine brandy. It's gnomish brandy.
Where did you get the gnomish brandy?
I
Go on, give me
can't.
that answer.
I found it in
Uh-huh.
my many, many long years of travel, and because I was a robot person, I didn't drink, and so
Oh, and
so I thought I
it
would
was on
save
your
it for.
person?
It
It was on the professor's body?
It was certainly in my laboratory, and I picked it up when I went back there.
Roll me a
Do you
d20.
want me to roll a bullshit check?
Roll
Yep,
luck.
roll me a bullshit
bullshit
die.
check. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna say 13 or higher.
That's fair.
13 or
That's
higher.
decent.
Do I get to add guidance?
Nope.
Oh,
The gods will not help you on this one.
Okay. Roll 20s crashing. Come on.
Damn
Roll for no much brandy.
If
Oh,
you-
the gods have decided. They clearly don't want me to have this.
Apparently, because the roll 20 is crashed to prevent you from doing it. 19!
Oh shit!
Not only
you know
is
what?
it
It's in a glass jar. It's in one of those little display
hang
cases.
on,
It was half buried in like sand or somewhere.
It's in a fucking beaker.
Yeah.
I just remembered something I can do, which if that didn't work. Oh well.
Oh, yeah, you do have that.
Yeah.
Gnomish
the gods
brandy.
and your bullshit come through as suddenly, to everyone's surprise, Fate just pulls out this really expensive, beautiful looking glass decanter of the most sparkling alcohol.
It is bright blue. Gnomish brandy is bright blue.
It's Gatorade.
Essentially, it's the color of Gatorade. Yeah.
As suddenly you just see the
Just
dwarf's
without
eyes
a
kind of
word.
light up. Oh, is that gnomish?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
What the hell?
I'm not going to ask.
Okay.
I thought if I ever got a body back, it would be my first. It would be celebratory, but well, I've got a body back, and I still don't eat or drink. So
That's fair. Nondescript NPCA, nondescript PCB. I'll deal with your. I'll take what you've said in consideration, and I'll handle the problems in a delicate manner. Don't you worry. We'll get this sorted out. Why don't you leave me to our new guests now, and I'll catch you later on in the day.
I have 3 more bottles of it.
As the two NPCs nod to them, and with a wobble to their walk, clearly being drunken under the table by this dwarf. leave the central chamber, leaving just yourself, the dwarf, and a couple rangers on guard just outside the doors.
There we
I
go.
really hope
Wonderful
those
pair of
two-
siblings, those. Their parents had a really weird naming convention, though.
Yeah, I really hope they have actual names, and Cinderbridge refers to people he doesn't care about as
I was thinking that was
nondescript.
actually what they were. Albert was going on that's their actual names. They're a pair of twins, and their parents were just really, really bored.
For the sake of his character, he does say their names. Whether or not you
Ah,
want to believe that's their name as canon, that's up to you. But
I'll
for the
be
sake of insight, it seems this dwarf does seem to give a lot of attention to
Okay.
solving the problems of his denizens.
Insight was to see if they looked perturbed at being telltale.
No, they seem really happy. You
Yeah,
get a really
hammered.
quick gist of this dwarf's leadership style, which is, "Oh, you have a problem. Come drink with me and tell me about it. I'll deal with it."
Alright.
It
I was
sounds
just
familiar.
I was making sure that they weren't unhappy with us interrupting their
No,
conversation.
they're drunk as a skunk and happily wobbling out.
They're hammered, basically.
Fair enough.
They are absolutely hammered. Come, take up a seat. Let's get some glasses out for all of you.
I brought my own.
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll.
I bring out my tankard of sobriety.
See, now this is one of those things that ignores immunity to poison and alcohol and that sort of shit. It is
Yeah,
that
no,
powerful.
now that there's only one drink in existence that does that, and that's the.
It's no much brandy.
It's not Gnomish Brandy.
If I say if it was a mortal beverage that can do that, I would be amazed.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like ambrosia or nectar or something like that, or whatever the equivalent for Alterra would be.
The gnomes in this old sphere never invented that type of gnomish brandy.
Oh man.
Yes, particularly because there is a specialized blue arcanite drink that was created by a certain dwarf in Copper that became legendary for its abilities to bypass magical resistances and immunity to alcohol.
Neat.
And this is it.
It's not dwarvish. You specifically said it was gnomish.
Yeah, but he
Is it
called
the,
it Gnomish Brandy
I mean,
after his
is it-
friend Jonathan Gnomish.
Was it the Pangalactic Gargle Blaster?
I can't remember what you guys called it. It was ages ago. You guys made it back in
Arcanite.
Arcanite Tales.
Jesus.
I think it's just called God's Brew, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
There you go. It's called God's Brew.
What's that thing? We had that at the New Year's. The New
TR, you sound like you're very far away from your mic.
He always says
No,
that
it's
far away
just,
from the mic.
my voice is a bit fucked.
I was going to say, you sound ill. You sound ill
It's
to
a bit
me.
Both.
Fair enough.
But for the point, this appears to be genuine. You see no sign of deception or performance.
Invented by the dwarf artificer Jonathan Gnomish. Gnomish Brandy.
Come, sit down.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, we were sitting down.
Now there's a custom here in Deepwell where before we can introduce ourselves or before every question we ask, we must take a drink to celebrate life and the fact that we're not all bloody dead.
Fair. I can get behind that.
So pour a drink. Everybody got their shot.
Yep.
It does come in shots.
The point pours a shot from his alchemy jug.
Then to the Phoenix, may we rise forever after.
Yeah.
For those actually drinking, I guess give me a Constitution save.
It's not actually that one very specific drink, is it? Chris.
What, Gnomish Brandy?
This particular one isn't actually the bypasses immunity to being drunk.
No.
No, this will be a regular drink.
Yeah, then
I've
got my tankard of sobriety, which literally turns into the same
yeah.
taste, but it's non-alcoholic. So,
If you are drinking non-alcohol because you brought your own drink or drinking from sobriety, you don't need to do the check. It is only if you are actually drinking the alcohol that you must do the check.
Yeah.
Because you are actually drinking
the
alcohol.
The point poured himself a shot of water.
because Alvina doesn't drink.
Not as the point.
Yeah.
Since this is high quality alcohol, it gets a DC 18. So for all those who take it, you feel this immediately working through your system as the alcohol flushes through you. And there's suddenly a warmth inside you. And as you're kind of watching, the dwarf's beard and hair seems to almost take on a kind of shimmering appearance as if there's a simmering heat above it. There seems almost like it's emanating fire and warmth, and it kind of lights up his face as you kind of feel more pleasant towards this man, this cheery, amazing leader. Oh, that's some good ale. So,
That's good,
hopefully
yeah.
I need no further introduction. You've already been told I'm Warder Cinderbeard. This is my humble abode and my humble settlement. God bless the many people who helped build it and make it what it is today.
I will definitely compliment it. It is a fantastic looking place.
We
I
owe each one of them
like
a great
statues.
gratitude. Some of the greatest.
Your trees, they're good.
Thank you very much. But yes, I find myself at a disadvantage then. Who? Now, obviously, I already know there's rumors of great new adventurers in the realm. Noids who do not appear to have been enslaved, or who do not appear to follow traditional convention of subjugation. But I do not know the exact names of these new wanderers that have come to our realms, who I'm assuming are you.
Probably.
Tell me, who are you? Each of you. You, the elf with the green apparel. What is your name?
Hey, I'm Alvina Alano. A war dancer. Or as was back home, that's what they call me. Yeah, they call me a menace mostly, but yeah, that's just on me.
I see. And what is your favorite drink, Alvina Ward Dancer?
I would name off some sort of honey drink that I would have in Fantasia, I imagine, which I can't come up with the name of off the bat. It'd be that one.
That sounds wonderful. What does it taste like? I've never heard of such a beverage.
Oh, it's very, very sweet. Like, very sweet.
Nice. Oh, like a honey cider, I see, yes. If you do ever remember the recipe, you should make sure our brewers are well aware of it. We do have a honey core splinter here that the honey elementals protect. Well, maybe we could replicate the recipe.
I'll see if I can remember anything for it.
Yes, but yes, another drink before the next one. To the scourge that are the Empire, may they burn in radiance and die in the damnation.
Like a pump.
As everyone who's drinking, take another drink.
Yeah.
See Constitution saving throw.
Alvina's quite happily drinking along with them. She's like not noticing anything.
So the point does not take a shot of water in that one.
Nah. I love that the tanking of sobriety has actually come up, by the way, considering I picked it as one of my 4 common starting. One of my starting items. Yeah.
When as he says that, can I insight that, like, I don't know, that's just the way he said that to me. I don't know why. Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Does he really hate the Empire that much? I'm just generally, yeah.
It's a fair bet. I imagine they're probably the prime enemy for this settlement, but it's not
Yeah,
right?
But yeah, well,
It was an interesting way. I agree with that.
insight, not proficient, just a normal roll. Let me see, 14. Yeah.
While his speech is slurred, and it's hard to get an exact pin on his emotions, you do get a mix of 2 feelings. One of both disdain and disgust, but also a hint of reverence in the way he speaks, a sense of awe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man who recognizes the power of the Empire, even if he despises them.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, that could mean he's intelligent.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. You don't have to hate or fear religion to know that it's a powerful tool to get people to do what you want.
But for those of you who did drink and failed the 18 DC Constitution saving throw, you begin to feel it working through your system already. You begin to feel any aches or bruises you've had over the last couple weeks since being here begin to just fade away into the back of your mind, kind of replaced by this warm fuzziness as the room seems to light up in this orange soft glow. You notice that the dwarf's eyes are this very beautiful, almost crystal orange color emanating from his irises.
Zormir, the slightly tipsy insight.
Yeah, I passed the second one, so I'm kind of inciting him to see what he's trying here. What's his intention with making us drink?
I think there's some drinking intention here, but
If,
I think it's
if
not
I-
noticed because she's drinking for non-alcoholic.
I want to see if there seems to be some other motivation here.
As you're kind of watching him, you do see a slight slyness to his eyes as he kind of glances over each of you, a slight smile at the corner of his lips, hidden just behind that burning orange bushy beard. And it occurs to you he's deliberately getting you drunk so that you'll presumably reveal secrets or be loose-lipped. It's as it calls back to you, it's a classic almost interrogation technique.
Yep.
He's giving off this warm friendliness to draw you in. It is both brilliant as well as
Devious would be the
devious.
word
There,
I'd
that's
say,
the
yeah.
word. Yeah.
Not exactly evil, but and you like glance at Alvin, it's just thinking tolerance of a rock.
But as he kind of looks over, he kind of catches your eyes, and you, oh, man of what is this?
Iron.
Metallic armor.
I obviously bring back the rest of the helmet instead of the mouth being open to take a drink. I show him the full visage of the cowman. Well, you would be addressing Dr. Zormir Erska. I'm a major in psychology, and I can see the tactic here. It's not necessary. I have no intention to hide anything from you.
Are you descended from a minotaur?
Not exactly.
Like
More
a cow.
more bovine. And the dairy variety.
Sway Gwent goes, he's a cow. That's him.
Fade says, "Aw," and then hands Assassin 2 gold.
But you wind me, new friend. I simply wish for a drink with my soon-to-be comrades. Is that not custom where you're from?
Oh, me, not so much.
He didn't get out much.
I'm officer slash psychologist.
You're a cop and you know
I
it.
kind of and my tactics are more investigative in nature. I don't imbibe alcohol to loosen the lips.
But there's no better way to learn your friends and to see if they can hold their liquor.
Understandable, but it's not quite my thing. I will abstain from any more alcohol.
Yeah, your loss is
That's a
tasty.
good choice.
Honestly,
And
love it.
what about you, little? You a goblin?
Yeah.
But you look much more wilder than Dulan.
What the hell's a Doolan?
He's our timber master. He's also a goblin.
Ah, Does he know Big Toe?
Oh, you'll have to ask him. I can't say.
All right.
I don't know if all goblins know each other.
No, Big.
It's like,
Well, it depends which Big
Assassin
Toe.
told me they do.
he's like,
Well, that's racist.
Oh, he's one of our entertainers as well.
Who is?
You.
you are.
Oh, an entertainer, you say?
Yeah, we did a concert. What was it? What did you call it? A gig?
A
gig.
gig.
Point?
Yeah, a
Gig.
gig. Yeah.
A gig. That's what Point called it at Salvage.
Yeah, bring a little joy to the. Well, I'd say the downtrodden masses of Salvage are a bit more downtrodden than here, but
Yes, I see you've got an instrument on you. What's
Oh,
your name?
what I am, stand up, pose, the Point. I'm a bit of a musician.
Oh, lovely. You're fitting great here. We love music here in Deepwell.
Ah,
Great echoing in here. Great amphitheater effect.
the Point's eyes go wide and say, "Okay, I'll have to.
It's just a glance from Albina at the Point. He's just grinning.
I'll have to
there's,
practice."
I suggest Point and fuck you. A little entertainment for a gracious host.
Oh, no, not until the introductions are done. Please, please. But if you are interested, the shrine to the spirit of nature has a rising platform that lifts partway up the shrine. So effectively, you've got like a little roof stage top that you could look out over the rest of the
Oh, hell yeah.
cabin.
That
Another three-
sounds pretty
Another-
rock and roll.
Another 3-person performance?
Mhm.
Albina, she said that to you.
Excuse me. I think you'll find I was there.
I don't remember you being there.
I was most definitely.
But anyway,
involved.
we've
The
done enough
professor was the
talking.
tech.
We've done enough talk. Shot!
Okay.
As he downs another drink.
So does Albina.
The water.
I'm immune. I'm immune to poison. Being
So are
dead,
you.
and also have my I have an imbibement thing that makes me immune.
Why are you doubly immune?
Well, I'm
What
resistant,
you on
and then
that disadvantage?
anyway.
I
Whoa.
failed everyone so far.
Yeah, so
She's
far.
gonna be
Oh,
dropped.
no.
She's gonna drop dead.
I'm gonna roll. I would say 3 shots is enough to make me begin to start rolling.
Also, wait, do you have an ability that is if you are already resistant, you become immune?
There's things. Blood Hunter has in imbibements that it's
Yeah.
that sort of vibe essentially.
Oh, they have one that if you already have an immunity resistant, you become immune. That's really cool.
Well, it's 26 anyway. I'm still there.
Gwent is about to drop dead, I think, because he's failed 3.
That's
Oh,
on
yeah.
3 fails in a row's got to be unconsciousness, doesn't it?
I mean,
Did
same
Gwen
with fuck
fail
you.
3? They got a
Gwent's
20.
failed 3, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Fuck
oh, you
you's failed
guys.
3 as well.
Oh.
Uh,
Y'all
3
suck.
drinks isn't enough to make you unconscious.
3 shots of brandy might make you unconscious.
3 shots of
those
gnomish brandy.
Did fail 3. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
The cleric should be fine here.
Yes.
I see.
I'm worried about the goblin here.
And to
Start
be fair,
setting fires.
He's gonna start setting fire to shit.
Yeah.
this is against a charm effect
Oh.
for those who have immunity or advantage.
I think that's only me, and I'm not actually.
I-
I'm cheating.
I don't think fuck you is one of the newer gnomes, so I don't think I have immunity to charm.
Wait, you're a gnome?
Not gnome, goblin even.
Oh.
Uh,
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Turns out fuck you's just been a gnome in a
No.
disguise this whole time.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, that's a plot twist.
Yeah, because the new goblins have immunity to charm.
Really? That is really cool. I didn't know that. I
'Cause
can
that-
read that one.
Can't be right.
Yeah, a lot.
I guess
a lot
because
of
they're
like,
leaning more into fey goblins.
Yeah.
It'd be like a sub-race of goblin, because I
No,
heard they were
it's
doing...
base goblin.
Really? That is
Yeah.
awesome. I'm assuming they don't get Fury the Small for it. That seems a decent
I
trade-off.
don't know. I think they still keep Fury the Small.
Really? Very good, then.
No. So, yep, that's fine.
Neat.
Then I assume you fail for a DC 19.
Yep.
Fukio, as you take your third shot, suddenly the room seems to almost have a radiant orange fiery glow to it, emanating from your dwarf. As his very beard and hair appears to be made of living flame. His eyes, these glowing radiant spheres like the sun, as you become charmed by Warder Cinderbeard.
Fuck you, goes up to him and then just starts stroking his beard.
Worst person to charm.
He gives you a look and then just kind of nods his head and lets you continue.
You see the amount of drunk and go, yeah, fair.
So the rest of you see just Fuku stroking his beard, and they seem to be best friends now.
I'm not even gonna bat an eye.
There's a very confused look on Zarmir because he's used to people. He's used to seeing the goblin mess with people, but actually being nice and stroking their beard.
Yeah, the point we just turned so he's ready to say, that's weird, right?
I only had 2 drinks.
They've had 3 drinks and they're only little.
Page shrugs and then says, "No, Mish Brandy."
Am I losing my mind here? Oh, is he stroking?
Look, he's had a lot of drinks. He probably thinks it's fire, let's be honest.
You need to stay away from Mimic's crown.
Me?
Yes. It
Why?
seems to have given you a bad proclivity.
I've done nothing! I've had 3 drinks and I'm fine.
I'm not the one stroking the Warder's beard.
I'm not doing that! Also, we'd have no... Also, I don't think Zorme has any idea about it, doing the pyromaniac effects. Fuck you's got a pet fire elemental, which also has very valid to be maybe causing the fire thing.
Or is he confused and thinks it's his little friend?
Probably. It's something like that.
I'm just going...
Look, just because I also like fire doesn't mean that I'm going to go over and start stroking people's hair. I've already got my own red hair, thank you. I don't need pet anyone else's.
Okay, if anyone else has any proclivity to stroke the fiery beard, can we please maybe calm down on the drinking then after that?
The point will wander over, give the beard one stroke, and then walk back.
You know, if you tug it,
know.
it's supposed to be lucky.
Aye, it's true, you know. Speaking of which, I haven't gotten your name yet. The weird hodgepodge one.
They call me Fade. Although one of them calls me Lazarus.
Who calls you Lazarus?
The point suggested it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's your favourite drink?
I've not had a drink in years.
Like 40 years.
Oh, that's a
decades.
sad life, that is.
Decades. Before this, I was a robot. My favorite drink when I was alive was gnomish brandy, though.
Well, that explains we got a bottle of it.
That's why I had it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As a reminder of my
life.
Humanity.
Ex-body.
I imagine any joke that Gwent says, like, offhand is completely happening, and Gwent's just lounging in the chair, really happy.
Yes, are you okay over there, Gwen?
Never better. Everything's good.
What is
Okay.
your favorite drink? You've not said yet. I imagine most dwarves I've met have said ale or whiskey.
It's gotta be a type of ale, right?
You're muted.
Chris?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay.
I
I'd
said
asked what was
gnomish.
their favourite
What's
drink.
your favorite? Mine
what
is
would
gnomish
be?
brandy.
What's like one of the most rare alcohol drinks in the region? Like particularly likes. I'm gonna go with Phoenix Ember. Aye, Phoenix Ember, some of the rarest substance you'll ever come across. It's like the nectars of nature. Unfortunately, it
I've had
also
it.
requires the flame spark of a phoenix to make.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Aye. But alas, Ironcore is really stingy with their phoenix sparks, aren't they? Pah, damn big old bastards.
Alvia's
you
going,
ever
note
had-
to self. Find Phoenix Sparks. Definitely edible.
Have you ever had dragon's blood?
Alvia just glaring.
Or celestial blood?
Less glaring.
The point, just glaring.
Changing the glare.
Or
What?
cow... Or cow...
Yes, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Please do not
Be really
suggest
obsessed
drinking
with
my blood. Why are you...
Creature's blood. We're gonna move on from that. The centaur. What's your name?
Hello.
I miss having blood.
Hello. Gwent.
Gwent.
Hello. Hello.
Gwent's enjoying himself.
Ah. I believe you got...
Come over here. Come here. I was told to find you. Come on. Flamebeard, come here.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Hello.
We're all listening in.
Not being quiet.
Oh yeah, that's why Alvin is like
loud whispering.
Yeah, it's like I was told I'd go on a secret mission to find you.
Yeah, I was told to find you.
Oh,
Cinderbeard. Yeah.
oh, that's me. Aye.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Gwent. Hello.
Oh, I'm Cinderbeard.
Gwent's
In
the
drunks.
best drunk. I mean,
I
he's
love
just
your
gonna go
beard.
to the point. Gwent is the best drunk. We have to do this more often.
Oh, aye. Definitely. I've got to build a brewery.
But with that, the party gets to know Cinderbeard. We're going to take a quick 5-minute there, both to let my voice rest and also grab more water.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back to we've gone past the introductions to the proper talking part afterwards. So yes, we'll have a couple of minutes break there. I'll see you all in a couple seconds.
You actually talking to people?
Yeah.
For reference, by the way, just before I take a quick break to go to the bathroom, a parcel which I ordered has just showed up. And if anyone goes onto my stream, you can currently see me wearing it. Well, I have to actually attach it. Give me a sec.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get a snack and then. Oh no, you're going to do.
It's the straps I'm gonna have to adjust, but
The straps I'm gonna have to adjust.
well, look at it. It's on my stream.
Phrasing.
I don't have your stream up.
Well, look at it.
Oh, that's cool. That is really
Yeah.
cool.
Go for my lap character next weekend.
What is it? I imagine it's more new claws.
No, it's Jaws.
Well,
Nice.
whatever.
It looks awesome.
I've
The
reminded.
shark?
I've also...
It was a lower face, like tiger skull Jaws. That's what the resin
fun.
ones.
I also...
I was debating with the wolf ones, but the wolf ones were a top face part, so I didn't buy them.
I also reminded Jaw that Paul for your jaw.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get Deathwing at some point.
If he remembers that I reminded him.
Yeah. I'm not expecting that this year because well, at least not this year by the August events.
Anyway, go. Toilet.
Yes.
Bathroom break.
Yeah,
Yeah, time is running.
Should have had the like the break time music ready before like doing it. I've got it playing.
Oh. Fine then.
If you open up the stream, you can hear it.
I think I've cracked a rib or two.
How?
So the Green Day Fall Out Boy Weezer gig was on Wednesday, and there were a lot of mosh pits near to where I was, and I got caught up in more than two of them.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
only found out
maybe
about
that.
on Wednesday.
One of my friends was at that.
Yeah.
It was my first ever gig,
Yeah.
and it was the most amazing experience I've ever had.
That was your first gig?
It was my first ever gig.
Green Day's a pretty cool band to go for your first one.
Yeah, Green Day and Fall Out Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Weezer were
And
great.
Weezer,
They
yeah.
played the classics. My Name is Jonas
yeah,
was
they've got
there.
some right
Buddy
good ones.
Holly. They've got
Cool.
some right good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
working beans. the set list was just incredible. It was just incredible.
Oh, I think I saw a clip of it where Billy Joel got a sword tie and
Yeah.
wore it and called himself a representative of Scotland or something.
Yes, Glasgow, Scotland.
They still do You Make Me Want to Shout.
I don't remember that being played.
They go in one
Weezer-
song and they turn phones into You Make Me Want to Shout. Da, 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 da. That one.
I'm aware of that particular song. No, they played a few different ones. Weezer played Africa and Enter Sandman. It was It was great. Oh my god.
Africa was on the album, wasn't it? The last one? Or the one
Hmm.
before?
I didn't even know they had new albums.
A few of them do. And I got a T-shirt. I got 2 T-shirts actually, and I went completely overboard. Of course I did. My first time out, it was great. I
am
always,
back.
until now, I always figured there might be only one band that I would ever pay to see. Maybe 2 bands I would ever pay to see just those 2 bands by themselves at a concert. And they're Green Day and Biffy Clyro. And I think
That second one.
at this point, you've seen Biffy.
Yeah. I saw
Lucky
Biffy.
SOB.
They were playing one of the like a radio station, the Winterfest or something.
I think they've got a concert coming up soon as well at some point.
It's in November. They just had one last weekend, and then there's another one in November.
It's probably the one just gone that I was thinking of then. Because I heard about it on Kerrang Radio.
I've only been to one official gig. It was the Kaiser Chiefs.
Nice.
Which was good.
Very 2005. But yeah, Green Day would absolutely go and see again in a heartbeat.
I saw Iron Maiden back in 2008.
Kind of.
Oh man.
That was down in Twickenham.
I saw Kiss live.
Nice.
I'm very jealous of that one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Green Day,
They have amazing stage presence.
Green Day played Rock and Roll All Night. They did play that. I will say that.
It was Download Festival. I think.
I'm not surprised it was downloaded, to be fair with you.
Yeah.
I've also seen Metallica live at.
Fucking hell. Stop calling it out. Anyone else you've seen?
I've seen the Stones.
Rammstein.
Stone Roses, a great band.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. I was like, Rolling Stones. Holy shit.
Less,
Damn, you guys have been to
less
amazing.
good than the Stone Roses.
Oh, I love the Rolling Stones. They're all my favorites.
I mean, they did the classic, so you know what more do you need?
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
No, see, they had a gig that was supposed to be tonight, and my friend Emma had tickets for it, and I think she was selling them. She put them up on Facebook. Yeah, I've got the COVID, can't go. Anyone want to buy these? And it was cancelled today. At the 11th hour, they cancelled it because someone in the band had got an illness, which it was probably COVID, but
It'd be something. It'd be COVID or something else that is bad enough.
So I do wonder.
Sure.
Your friend gave them COVID.
Foo Fighters and Nine Inch Nails were playing in Edinburgh at one point. I was at that one as well.
Yeah, that was
Bob,
a couple
just
years ago
stop.
for Foo Fighters.
Just stop, dude.
Yeah, Bob, maybe got anyone else
win.
on there.
They've been.
I mean, I've seen the Foos a couple of times, so that's pretty good.
But did you see three of the best bands of the 90s all in one place?
Yeah, Reading Festival.
Well, shush.
I'm sure we were.
We can't all live in England at some point in our lives.
I
know
don't go
definitely
outside.
Well,
Yeah.
sure. Ozzy was playing one year at Download as well.
I'd go and see Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm-hmm.
He has a couple of great songs.
Listen, very good.
Favorite Ozzy Osbourne song?
I'm hard to remember names. I know the songs more than I know names.
I love Mr. Crowley. Very underrated.
Yeah, good song. Well, it was the fact that I went to a lot of festivals down the Download Festival, and I knew a lot of people who liked music, so I went a few gigs with them as well.
Yeah. A lot of the people who were in my year at school went to a lot of gigs, but I never had the money. But now I do. Yeah. Yay. And I'm old enough to do things and have fun at these events. Hooray.
Oh, just a question for anybody. The wife currently has COVID. I may have it as well. So we're going to do some tests tomorrow morning. If we are positive, I've got 2 tickets tomorrow for Sarah Millican in Edinburgh. If you want to see
Nice.
Sarah Millican.
Cake lady. She's very funny.
She is very funny. She's genuinely
No,
funny.
Sarah. Really? I always disliked her.
Really?
She's-
No, it was great.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen her in Zurich before. She was very funny.
Okay, if you say so. I mean, it's not my cup of tea.
At the end of the day, if it's a free ticket and you want it, do you have nothing planned for tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
I'm working, and I'd rather be working.
Well, there's also what I've seen one comedian live. I've seen Al Murray live.
Nice.
I saw Alan Davies.
Alan Davis. No,
Yeah. Well, no, not in a gig. Just out with his family. We were
you
working
just saw
at
him.
the
I'm fair
Fringe.
enough.
Well, yeah. So he was up for the Fringe, and I met him, and I was working the door at an event, and he turned up over halfway through it, and he said, "Oh, come on, mate, don't be a dick. Let us in." And I'm like, "Well, see, you're making me want to let you in even less, Alan Davies."
Wow.
And saw Ed Byrne later that day, and he was great. He was like,
Awesome.
I just, went to him. Irish people usually are. Dara O'Brien I saw that year as well. Russell Howard, our friend, Chris, doesn't, like Michelle McLaren keeps on bumping into Russell Howard somehow. Just every year that she's there, it's just, "Hi, Russell Howard, it's us again." "Yeah, remember. Why do we keep meeting in Sainsbury's? What's going on?"
Yeah, we are off the air, right?
No,
I thought there was music playing.
there's music playing, but we're still talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's also not even music playing on my stream.
Also, James, you would really be kicking yourself for download this year. 3 headliners were Kiss, Iron Maiden, and Biffy Clyro.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's not dox ourselves for people we know, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was specifically going, I am not saying exactly where I've done these things, but...
God, I really need to make James do a basic internet security course.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Well, the internet is a series of tubes.
Yep. Security is not getting people coming around to your house.
How does the internet go through these tubes?
Light.
Cats.
Oh my God,
James.
James.
Light?
Sharks can
Light.
actually destroy the internet. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
I love the
That one is
buddy, but
true.
you're such a paragon of like unintentional privilege.
I'm just a paragon of idiocy. I'm one of the smartest people you'll ever
On
meet,
your
and it's
entire
just
life,
a
we've
Yeah,
never
dumbass.
had to worry about basic internet privacy.
Yeah,
It's just such a foreign concept to you. Wow.
that's why I keep getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
See, even that joke is just from a position of privilege where you fully are aware and safe in the knowledge that you'll most likely never get kidnapped, so you never need to worry about it. That is a legitimate concern people have to have.
Okay, guys, we're all gonna have to kidnap James at some point just to prove a point.
I mean, I'm sure
What?
in enough time I can find a bag.
There we go. I've got.
Not my size, though.
All right, should we get back to
Only
D&D?
for your head.
Yeah, that's enough shit talking. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Everyone here?
Yep.
Yep.
Good enough for me. If anyone who doesn't say yep, oh well.
Yep.
Nope.
All right, so some time passes as you get drunk, and Fukyu is still enamored by this dwarf and charmed by them. Before eventually, one of you, I imagine, steers the conversation to the topic that you actually came here regarding in the some secret way into Ironcore. Who would like to actually ask the question?
I'll consider it.
I'll do it.
So, do we want the soap one to do it?
Do you want the point or me to do it, or do you want Gwent to do it?
So, shh. So, this is what we do. We're looking for a way. Shh.
Aye.
We're looking for a way to get into the other place.
Ironcore.
Now,
Yeah,
Alvina will be going straight on the same, like, Ironcore, like, loud whispering. Just to keep Gwent in it.
Yeah, that place. We've heard that you could find something to get us to somewhere.
I'm waiting for him to say nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh, so am I. Aye. I just kind of see him kind of just like, there's a slight somberness that kind of washes over him, a slight sadness. Aye. I know what you're talking about. Say it with me now, everyone. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Yeah, that's it.
Aye, secret tunnel.
Now I understand why you get people to drink with you before.
No, it's a shame about the secret tunnel, though.
Yeah.
What about
It was
it?
a right good tunnel while it lasted.
It's not secret anymore.
Lava.
It's just a tunnel.
No, big old beastie took nesting in it. Haven't been able to
Beast?
clear the bugger out.
Big old beastie, you say?
Aye,
no.
some monstrosity from the
Tunnel is
stars. What a horrid thing. We've sent a couple teams in. They've not come back.
Alvina, you can't keep it as a pet.
Says
You
you.
can kill it.
Uh,
No,
Hey.
no. We've sent some of our best men there. Oh, damn things, presumably eaten or killed them.
mhm.
Oh no, we never find the corpses. Every time we
Um.
send someone to retrieve them, we never hear from them.
That's what everyone says when they send people to wake me up.
Have
Half
you ever
of
seen
us
somebody swallow a helmet?
Half of us are not men. So maybe
Yeah.
the problem is you keep on sending men.
I mean, I have
You've
sent
just-
a couple of lasses, you know.
You have said
So he
the
does eat
secret.
lasses as well. Good to know.
You've also said the secret words. Alvina now wants to fight the damn thing.
Yep. I'll
Oh
either
no,
eat it.
you can't fight the damn thing. Oh no, way super powerful. Like
Yeah.
we've seen whoa.
Okay, can I ask you on a scale of
Is it
to
scarier than the Amethyst Knight?
Amethyst Knight?
I don't know. Is that I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's the guy who used to own
That's
this.
it's
Hold up my
Is that
sheet.
is that some
Amethyst.
sort of Titan guts creature that roams about up there?
Oh.
Yeah, he
Yes,
goes around
it's,
killing everything, lives in a big freaking castle.
Compared to
no.
Mind Flayer Lich thing.
your giant boar thing.
Local.
Oh, yeah, the pig.
Borag.
Is it compared to the Borag?
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I don't. Nah, it's not it's not more powerful than the Borag. No, it's a creepy and powerful little beastie, but the Borag. I've seen that thing take a solar head on.
Yeah. That's how it's like annoying.
That thing's a walking natural disaster. Some say got
Does
mutated
Alvina.
by the core splinters, and then it evolved into a gargantuan Roman monstrosity.
Yeah, my spirit beastie told me about it.
Nah, definitely less powerful than that. But even still, oh, if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably, maybe a tier 4 monster.
I want to fight it. 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 I want to fight it.
Alvina, calm down.
If you fight it, you're going alone.
Alvina's bouncing on the spot in her chair.
I'm
I
more
don't
worried
know.
about you trying to keep it. Never mind.
The few stragglers who did manage to make it out when it first collapsed the mines, we had people ranting and raving as they came back. Their hair turned white. Apparently, it's a giant-legged black blob that descends from the sky, or I guess the cavern ceiling in this case.
So it's a
Not
spider?
really a sky underneath the ground, and acts quicker than the mortal eye can see. Although honestly, it was also I'm pretty sure it was pitch black, so I think that might be helping out.
Does this sound like anything I've ever heard?
Sage, is this anything that any of us...
Very vague description, yes. Like everything.
I got spider from it.
That narrows it down.
Do you get any more description other than black blob with legs that comes down from the ceiling?
No, that's pretty much what I heard from the ranting and raving. No, unfortunately, we've never gotten a good look at it, being it kills everything that does.
Yeah.
We sent a couple minor vehicles in there. Never heard from them either. And we've got some good encasing there. Like, those things are, granted, predominantly wood, but they're made from metal bindings and a carcass. So they've got, like, a little metal exoskeleton. Damn thing apparently ripped them apart and tore the innards out. The innards being the miners.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, I guess unless you've got a vehicle that's somehow more powerful than a metal exoskeleton, that thing is able to just rend metal apart.
Gwen is going to slam the table, stand up to the Gwenmobile, and then fall over.
Please tell me you summon it in here.
Just imagine the car smashing through the wall.
Oh no, I'm not casting. I'm just falling over.
Yeah, Gwen's hammered.
Yes.
What is Smoky Joe doing? What's the 20 insight?
That was just to see if he was telling the truth. If this was just we don't want you going in there, so we're going to try and scare you off.
Oh no, he seems pretty disappointed by it. Pretty genuine. He does seem to be pondering and considering the ideas. He kind of looks you all over of, maybe you are more powerful than you look. I mean, then if you look like you've had a decent meal in days, but maybe.
I'm sorry about that, guys. By the way,
I've
not been on my best cooking.
Okay.
I did just...
I mean, if you want to give it a try, we'll give you access to the actual passage, and you can go down. It's about a day's trek north. But my advice is get a final meal in ya. Make sure you really enjoy your last day here, just in case.
Bit of a strange request, but
Aye.
here's a bit of a proof of how sturdy we are. Try and hit me.
Me or him?
No, not you, Alvin. I know
Okay.
you can hit me. You.
Why am I? I'm sorry. I'm not much of a fighting man. I'm more of a leading man.
All right. Well, who's your strongest person
Who's
here?
Who's the strongest person you have in this room?
Well, in this room with just me and you lot.
Well, no.
Who's your strongest ranger of this lot?
That'll be Glade. He runs the whole operations. He's my chief and he's the captain in charge.
Ah, that guy.
Smells nice.
Okay.
Why do you say he smells nice? Who brings that up immediately?
His beard is like a
Who starts a conversation like that?
Well, there's a bit of a test of how strong and.
To be fair, I was gonna let you do it regardless. You don't need to convince me. I'm not blocking you. It's whether or not you guys want to risk it. I'm not your mother. I don't care.
Oh, Mum would throw me at it.
It's probably worth checking it out before we go in all guns blazing.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. Give me 10 minutes when we finish the meeting, and I'll figure some stuff out.
Oh God.
Avina.
Yeah.
I'm on the floor. Can you help me?
Do you want help?
Have you got a pillow?
I open my bag. I have this mushroom. It's soft. I have a mushroom like the size of a plate.
Assassin.
I have assassin.
The mushroom.
I hand you the big mushroom. It's squidgy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Your boots are very clean.
I'm not wearing boots. I've got bare feet. They're my feet.
In that case, your feet are dirty.
It's like that to my feet.
That's fair.
Okay. We can try and figure this out before we attack it, or.
We'll figure out what it is.
But yes, maybe a bit strategy. I mean, we did.
I can ask the spirit beastie what it is.
We have ran in guns blazing quite a lot recently. Maybe turn it back after beating up the Honey King.
Hey, we have been for the past week not able to kill anything.
Are you saying you're getting antsy and you need to kill something now?
I need to kill something.
Okay.
Perhaps you should look into that. That sounds like the beginning of some kind of
murderous. It's not the beginning.
Rampage.
It's not the beginning.
Note to self: make training room dummies for Alvina to kill.
I have the training room dummies you made me last time. Remember, they're all in the pieces.
Note to self: make new ones. Yes, we may need to purchase some wood or something to make some new training dummies. Apparently,
I told you this last week that I'd broken them all.
That's you have access to the markets. You're more than welcome to stay. If you do want to speak to anybody, Dulan's always looking for help pulling in more tinder from above, particularly negotiating with the tree raiders up there. They're very territorial about their groves. They've taken to live in the core splinter groves.
What's this place called again? I'm just writing like NPCs that we can talk to here. I can't remember.
Here, this is Deepwell. Beautiful settlement of Deepwell. Glade's obviously the head of our guards. Ukan is our herbalist specialist. Great at our herbalist alchemy and brewing specialist. Makes some of the greatest alcohols you'll ever taste, as well as a few potions. Sif is a pyromancer master. She is in charge of all of our fire.
What was that last one's name? The pyromancer?
Sif. Cith. She's a pyromaster.
You could have given me 5 guesses. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I was thinking Sith like the god.
I was thinking Sith like the god, yeah.
And then if you don't want to risk your life down the tunnel, Dax is always looking for extra help, and he's willing to pay for a coin as well as a few of the emblems if you want to get anything special while you're here.
We do need to outfit vessel with some
more stuff.
weaponry, and obviously new training dummies, and apparently food.
We could
is...
use more supplies. We'll figure it out. And what was the first one?
Oh, Alterra, I'll update the NPCs in a second.
Cheers. Yeah, but I've got
and
4.
I know here. You've got to try yourself some of our specialty. It's what we're famous for.
Yeah.
Come close. Come gather in.
Yep.
3 little words that will change your life. Trust me. Honey. Smoked ribs.
I'm sold.
Alvina, come back here.
It's like drooling on the table right now.
I'll go. I'll keep an eye on Alvina.
She was bracing to run. She was bracing to run.
You just
was it soaked or smoked, by the way?
How can you smoke honey?
Honey smoked ribs.
You can easily smoke honey.
You can also easily smoke it. I imagine what this particular one is though. It's smoked ribs that are lathered in honey. But it could be many ways, and all of them are delicious. So
Alvina's out the door, and
Alvina's like braced on the table, drooling.
She is down the hall already.
I just look for honey. Yeah, he does it. He's our cook.
I am going to be.
Oh, they just smoked
I don't
honey.
think you even. I don't
just
think you need to
regular
point
smoked
out.
ribs.
I think Alvina will smell where they're going. I don't think we need to tell them.
I would like directions. It's quicker.
Up in the marketplace.
Are they just regular smoked ribs smoked by someone named Honey?
Well, no, there's actually, I think we're low on supplies. No, they're coated in the essence of honey elementals, using core splinters to smoke the ribs of a king boar.
You see the table is vibrating with Alvina, like twitching leg.
I'm surprised you're still here, Alvina.
Are there earthquakes?
Oh, I guess regular boars. And while I've got you all here, I should probably mention that you're all going to Iron Core. That's what I'm getting from the gist of this, right?
Yeah.
Am I right in assuming that?
Yep.
Yes.
Then I might have a little something that you want.
Oh yeah.
But old warder Cinderbeard here is a scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of dwarf.
I get that.
Catch my drift.
Aye.
Not scratching his leg.
I have in my possession. Oh, that's good. That's good ale. That's handy. What was I saying? I have in my possession blueprints of Iron Core.
Oh.
That would be.
They're rudimentary. I'll be honest. They're rudimentary, but they give you a laydown of each level and where's what. Well, there's a couple of annotations that the boys and me have put on there when we do our own infiltrating before the tunnel got shut down. They're a couple months out of date ever since that beastie moved in.
A month will take months out of date. That is pretty good.
But they give you a gist of where everything's at. Now,
do you happen to have blueprints of whatever the fuck ship we're stealing? Sorry, I can't remember what it's called.
An Iron Core transport vessel.
I don't know what.
Nah.
Sorry. Yes.
Never been on one. Never needed a reason to stoop on. They just come and drop supplies off and then leave. Really hard to get annoyed in there.
Poke,
yeah.
Poke, squint. How's your lessons going with learning to fly one?
can fly anything you put in front of me.
Can you
Anything
fly
at
a?
all.
Can you fly a plate?
The point puts a gold coin
Give me
down
a
in
plate.
front of Gwent.
Okay. A
I
hand Gwent
think it's
plate.
across the room.
But
I mean, technically, you went wrong.
now I'll have you know these are top secret blueprints, incredibly important and rare to the rebellion, and particularly to Deepwell. They've taken us years of espionage to get.
How
I'm
about
not
in
just
trade?
going to hand them over for nothing, you understand?
How about in
I
trade we get
have-
rid of that beastie then?
I was about to also just
No,
say, do
no,
you want
no.
2 pairs of these magical braces that apparently worth a
No,
lot?
no, I couldn't give a crap about the secret tunnel.
I have
What do you need? Then?
something. I have something which could be very, very useful and very cool.
Nah, I already know what I want in mind.
What do you
Because
want?
this is, I'm offering this to you because I already know I want something,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I won't accept
had-
anything else apart from this.
Okay. What do
Fine,
you want?
you can take fuck you, but leave the flame.
I have a feeling he might stay regardless.
I mean, at this point, if you notice, Fuck You's essentially sat on his lap with the his beard, like using his beard as a wig, essentially.
I was imagining like his fuck you's head is in the middle of the beard, and you can't see the rest of him. Like it's like popping his head out, like he looks like a lion just in the beard.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need
Now,
then?
as you may or may not know, because you've yet to go purchase any or really taste it, regular honey smoked ribs are made with just regular elemental honey, the ribs of a regular boar, and some small core splinters. That's nothing. They're good. They are heaven. But I think we can do better. After all, it's all about the ingredients, right?
I know where 2 good ingredients would be.
I already know what I need. So what I want from you lot is to get your boots out there. Find me 5 units of royal honey. Now this is the good shit you hear. Now I'm not talking about any regular elemental that roams around the honey core splinter. No. These are premium. These are the big fuckers, right? The massive elemental, gargantuan honey elementals. They are the ones with the royal honey. Take those bastards down. Get me 5 units of royal honey. Then, if you go to the north, now this is where it again gets a little bit tricky because this is where the lair of the Borag is. Now, I don't expect you to try and fight the Borag. God
Okay,
help
I
you,
was
you'll all
going,
die.
we'll figure it. It'll be a pain, but we'll figure it.
In the Borag's territory, because it's defended, is where you'll find giant boars. Not just the regular puny little suckers, but the big ones that gorge themselves on all the extra food around there. Protected by the Borag.
The Borag.
I want you to kill 3 of those pigs and bring them back. And then finally, I want you to get me not just any core splinter cast-offs. I want you to get me 6 premium giant core splinter timber.
6, right?
6. Bring me
Not
all
5.
of that. And we'll create the greatest feast that Deepwell's ever seen. The ultimate honey smoked ribs. Nirvana incarnate. You understand?
Yep.
And then you'll give us these blueprints.
Bring me those. I might even let you partake in that. I will let you partake in the feast. We're all
Thank you.
friends.
I was about to say that BA, I might let you. Alvina glares. And you're like, we'll let you. Good.
Bring me those and the blueprints are yours.
I think you would have had a hard time stopping
Done.
Alvina.
It's like, done.
I just, I'm just not going to argue with this.
You see
no
the look on her face.
Alvina's gone. She's solid gone now. She's in full hunt mode here.
She belongs to God now.
Okay. First things first, we need to sober up the horse.
I
Ginger,
have
I
just
heard,
one
helps.
more. I have just one more question.
Aye.
You're a man well traveled. You've seen some shit.
Nah, not really.
I was about to say,
Oh.
is there any evidence of that?
Then
I don't
never
think
mind.
he's left that chair, to be quite honest.
I don't think he needs to leave the chair.
Then never mind. I will find someone who can help me with it. It's okay.
Maybe Glade. They'll be a bit more traveled.
Nah, not really.
Oh.
Most of us have grown up and lived our lives in the smoke yard.
Well, at least traveled around here.
Oh, I traveled around here.
Have you ever seen or heard a lamp that knows it's a lamp?
Yeah, there's one in my room.
Yeah, I think you've had a little bit too much to drink. You should stop now while you're ahead.
It's real. I tell you all, it's real.
I believe you. I've heard it before. There's plenty of lamps on the ship that say they're a lamp.
The point pats Fade on the back and says, "I'll make you one. Don't worry, I'll make you one."
I imagine that Fuck You has pulled that exact gag before, and Alvina's like, well, obviously, there's plenty on the ship that say it, and it's always just Fuck You somewhere.
Somewhere where it
She's
should be.
convinced that we just have a lamp that walks around occasionally and knows it's a lamp and talks.
A haunted lamp.
So it isn't a sentient lamp you've made already, the point?
No, I thought it was you.
No.
I assumed it was you too.
No, I don't make sentient lamps. I made a sentient gem before.
That's another
But
book.
you have not seen anything like this. Okay.
Coordinator's the one that I missed. Okay.
Oh, there was the one. Was it this morning?
Oh no, it's not. I've got that one.
I'm
writing this Dax.
This is what happens when you wake me up when I've not had enough sleep.
That was the one.
But yes, with that, the warder asks if there's any final questions.
Yes, can we have a goblin back, please?
No, this is where I live now.
We'll come back for you later.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
I'd like another drink.
Okay.
Got it.
And after a period of time, you're all able to leave and meet back up outside of the massive central area. And yeah, you have free reign of the settlement while you're here. Warder Cinderbeer says at any point he'll need to have somebody escort you, probably Glade, through the restricted area, but that you're more than welcome to go through the restricted area and down the secret tunnel towards the Iron Core. Just let him know.
Awesome. As soon as Alvina is like out the door, she's gone.
Fair. But yes, you now have free reign as we go into effectively free mode of Deepwell. You have some options. You can either go straight into the tunnel, which you'll need to unblock if you do want to get the shortcut and secret passage to Iron Core. You have obviously a quest to gain you some blueprints if you want a rough layout of Iron Core before you arrive at it. And you have some contacts and some names. Dax, the region coordinator, is effectively, for all intents and purposes, a quest giver.
Oh, quest giver. I had them down as merchant. Okay, I'll put that down. Different.
That's what region coordinator effectively is. I didn't want to write quest giver.
I mean,
but
yeah, it's
he corresponds the various missions and extra help around the region outside of Smokeyard. While we're at it, very quick bookkeeping. I've updated the port and I've introduced a new resource that the party should be aware of. They are called Dark Rebellion emblems.
Oh, I wonder what you were talking about with emblems.
Yeah. And they unlocked more rebellion-sensitive items. So this is only prevalent to Deepwell since Salvage didn't have any, but Deepwell has 3 additional things on the port, which I have now updated. They have Empirical Armor, which is a outfit costume. They have Banshee codes, which allow you to access the port or effectively give the codes to access the port, you'll still need disguises, as well as there's Iron Core schematics on here, but those are locked by a quest rather than Dark Rebellion emblems. But the Dark Rebellion emblems effectively are just faction currency for the Rebellion, and they gain you more restricted stuff.
It was some what kind of armor was it again?
Imperial armor.
Imperial.
Yes, that's what it looks like in
Cheers.
the port bit. And they are used for obviously doing. They can be earned by doing faction quests, so helping out the rebellion doing stuff, and they'll give you emblems that can be used to unlock various things and buy various things from the various rebellion specific ports.
Okay.
You know, just to really cement the more sandbox mechanics.
I love that we've unlocked dailies.
You've unlocked dailies.
I thought I got out of this when I stopped playing WoW, damn it.
We've unlocked dailies and a fetch quest.
Yeah, we've got fetch quest. I love that we literally have a quest to go find 3 boar asses. It's great.
Yep.
This is the best.
So yes, Alvina is able to easily make their way following their nose to the market, which is now also in the port. A honey smoked ribs costs 1 gold, and technically having a mechanical benefit, but I've yet to actually figure out what power level I want that at. Effectively, it's like WoW food. They give you bonuses.
Yeah, it's like getting food. Probably not as broken as getting food.
Yes.
Okay, I will buy 2 servings of them and eat them both.
That's fair, you do so. That's 2 gold. I'll let you know what the benefits are later, since we're unlikely to get into
I will also buy
combat.
1 serving and...
Yeah, it's like, I am immediately like, okay, knocking 2 gold off that. I'm getting 2 people's worth and eating a lot. Are they as good as hyped?
Do they keep?
Absolutely. They are fantastic. They do not keep unless you using magical equipment that would specifically be designed to keep.
Yeah.
Aww.
Otherwise, they go off like any food would.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Imagine they're best when hot. I'm the best when hot as well, so.
I'm taking advantage of the lucky dip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much gold do we have left? I want to see what their rare item is, if they've got any.
Is there anything you guys want to do before doing bookkeeping effectively?
I think...
Do that towards the end.
Yeah. Alvina...
You do that when you leave.
Do we have a way... In party, do we have a way to send a scout down there that will come back down the tunnel?
I've got one of those. I've got a weed doohickey, remember?
Yeah, it's a thing wood clockwork dragon.
Oh yeah, you're familiar. Can you see in the dark?
Can
it survive?
See it in the dark? Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Of course it can.
If you look through its eyes, it doesn't matter if it dies.
Yeah.
You will see what it is, and we'll go and fetch the bits and put it back together.
Yeah. Also, I can cast spells through it, so I can turn it invisible, and if worst comes to worst, I can Misty Step it away, and get it to flee.
Worst comes to worst, it doesn't see it and gets killed instantly without being able to detect the thing. That's worst comes to worst. Let's be honest. If second worst comes to worst, then we're fine.
That's the absolute worst comes to worst. Yeah.
I think we'd like.
Oh, I've got a.
You've got a.
Could we get it to deploy a Deck of Illusions card?
Hmm.
Then the thing attacks that.
It is a homunculus. It does have.
It can do an action, right?
It can do stuff. Yeah.
I think that. Chris, I think that'd work.
Pretty sure you'd have to give it the deck.
Yeah, the full deck.
Yeah.
So if you're happy to lose the deck, sure.
Yeah, if it dies, the deck is gone.
The deck's gone until we go and fetch it.
Yeah. Also, I don't want it to die, so it's probably not going to die.
Yeah. It's an idea.
If you send the spider down, I'm not going to This doesn't get plot armor. I will roll dice. If it dies, it dies.
Yeah.
If it survives the dice, it survives the dice.
Yeah, I assumed it will die, but it's a familiar, so we can remake it.
It's bits of me.
Yeah, you just remake it.
Bits
you don't need that arm.
Yeah. The last thing surviving of the professor, though.
Yeah, no,
It's like, What's the problem?
But yes, what would the party like to do? You eventually got free mode, so I'm just going to quickly go around the party if there's any scenes or anyone you want to go talk to or anything, or discuss with the party. Alvina.
Yeah, Alvina is probably going to be just happily having the ribs, and she'll go find some. I think literally, fuck you asked for cheese, so I'll go find some cheese from a random merchant and bring it back to wherever fuck you's found. So that's what Alvina will be doing for that short amount, for the amount of time until we reconvene.
All right, Zormir.
Do I use the potion of clairvoyance for this?
Not yet. Use it closer, I'd say.
See what Alvina's.
Also, actually, I do have one thing which I'd like to do. I just realised.
I'd be asking about terrain.
I can do that at the end.
The typical terrain in some of the locations that we've been asked to go gather the food things.
Good call.
The terrain.
Yeah, this sort of.
Basically, the terrain of Smokeyard.
Yeah, if there's anything that we need to be aware of, or
the terrain of, I'm assuming, like the quest objective locations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything in Smokeyard has effectively 2 terrain types. Your standard valleys of white titan stone, so similar to salvage. Only around the core splinters, there's heavy foliage and nature, so there are small groves around those, depending on which core splinter you go to. Some of them are under attack by various creatures and are being like whittled down. Some of them are being able to like grow bigger, etc. So there'll be degrees, but for effectively all intents and purposes, there are 2 terrains. There is scrapyard and there is forest.
Oh, by forest, is it like normal, like you think of just an ordinary woodland, or like jungle forest? Which we talking?
Technically closer to forest. There is a little bit of like jungle-esque nature to it, but mechanically closer to forest.
Okay. Yeah. What type of things we're going to get attacked by?
There's much more thriving ecology here because of the more abundance of food that the splinter cores provide, or the core splinters provide. So it's able to obviously host a much more monstrous and populous regime. You're also told to be aware of the tree raiders. They are technically a neutral faction. They won't attack you unless provoked. But if you stumble into their territory, they are very territorial. So any of the groves that are populated by the tree raiders, if you go deep enough into the groves, they will attack you just for their mere presence there.
I'm being reminded of like Gorgorond from WoW, which I'm really liking because I loved that area.
For those interested, you also learn that the tree raiders are these kind of small Noid-like creatures with black fur and green eyes.
Ewoks!
For those watching, yes, they're effectively just Ewoks. For I guess to those who have previously watched past sessions, they are also the creatures that Gwent witnessed training and sparring with each other.
Okay.
You missed out the chance to meet Ewoks. That's what that random encounter was.
I think I literally called them Ewoks at the time, didn't I? Jesus, I was right.
And that's a shame.
We could have got them to attack the Empire. It would have been glorious.
No, Radiant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you did. I am proud of that joke.
Oh. No, it's been set up in such a way that we're gonna attack the Radiant Empire
with Ewoks.
Oh god.
Yes.
Fucking nerds.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is the best.
I mean, I am too, but I expected better.
I've just realised the Tree Raiders are another faction, right?
Yes, they are the neutral Noid faction.
Cool.
Similar to the Swamp Raiders.
We need a spy. We need to get an Ewok to be the spy on our ship.
The Hydras count as the Swamp Raider spies?
Yes.
You did steal them from the Swamp Raiders.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're spies. They're mounts.
No, they're spies with one over.
But yes, Zormir, you learn all of this information. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Would
No,
you
it's fine.
also
Give you
like to
guys
get
a
some
chance.
ribs?
Fuck you. Is there anything you'd like to do?
So fuck you's probably still, unless someone's pulled him away, would still be near,
Still be in the beard.
in Cinderbeard's beard.
Until fuck you is removed, they are staying in the beard.
Look, I'm going to leave this up to the player as to when you want to remove them so you can actually play the game. But if you want to stay there for however long, that's up to you. I'll allow it.
If I find the cheese, I will deliver it to you that you asked.
I can have an NPC go in there and take them out if you want as a player.
Well, I guess Big Toe's going to be free from your influence.
Indefinitely. We're gonna get a new character. If you stay there forever.
It'll be like 24 hours and then fuck you's piloting Cinderbeard like a mech.
A goblin piloting a dwarf is very entertaining. It's like it's the smallest mech ever.
No, if like the rest of the party's gone, fuck you, go with him. He'd be looking out for Pinky though.
Fair.
I mean, if you explore enough, you will eventually find him somewhere.
Oh, do you want to go and have a chat with Sith as well? Because they're the Pyromaster.
If fuck you probably wasn't paying any attention because he was distracted by the Firebeard. But if someone mentions that there's a Pyromancer, then yes, fuck you would definitely want to go find them.
Yeah, I think Alvina would definitely have brought it up on like while eating. It's like, oh, you gotta go and remember to talk to that Pyromancer person.
What?
Wait. What would have told her? He's like, threw a mouthful of ribs. The one who told us about like a Pyromancer. What was the name? Like Sith, something like that.
Right, where are they?
No, did I?
That was really bad.
I know. I'm not proud of it.
We need to go find them now.
Okay.
Right. Fuck you. Essentially, if we're at a table, grab the corners and make the tablecloth into a bindle, like with all the food and everything in it, and just like give it to Alvina so he can carry it with us.
Yeah. I heard Alvina carry, and that was all I heard. Yep. Sorry, I got talked at. But, yeah.
That's fair. You go. You do so. You're looking for Sith.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You eventually find her over by the what's being referred to as a shrine, and it does have a shrine-like appearance, but it seems to be worshipping nature itself. So it's more of an anima sort of deal here rather than any established religion. Particularly as you kind of get closer towards it, you see that there's little vents above it that are billowing with smoke, and you can kind of smell different kind of flavorings of smoke as you come across. There seems to almost be streams stroking around it, different auras and hints in it.
Does it smell like the core splinter that I smelled before?
One of the streams would, yes.
Awesome.
They burn various core splinters here. And you actually, as you get closer and kind of peek into the archway, you actually notice it appears to be almost a smokehouse in that there is a heavy kind of fog of smoke clinging to the ceiling.
That's how they do it. Oh, that is awesome.
They might have more in there then.
But as you enter in, your kind of eyes having to adjust to the stinging nature of the heavy fog in here, the heavy smoke in here. You see a brown-haired, thick, bushy-haired elf with a slightly teal-like complexion. She seems to be a sea elf. She's going around and seems to be kind of reverently lighting the kind of pyres that dot the alcoves around it, and there's little baskets of various kind of differing colored wood samples next to it, and she occasionally picks one up and she kind of stokes the pyres that inhibit each of the alcoves. Each one having a slight distinct smell to it. Occasionally you'll see other people kind of coming into the shrine and giving worship to the flame before leaving.
This place is really cool.
Yeah. Excuse me.
She kind of glances over to you, and you can see that there's a kindred flame in her eye as she glances at you.
Oh.
No, no.
Oh, what a great meet cute this is gonna be.
The three people.
Oh.
How can I
Love
help
a
you,
good
darling?
meet cute.
Street cute.
So we have this firebox.
Ooh, a firebox. You don't say. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Tell more.
Well, we've also got this fireman as well.
A fireman.
Yeah. We
A little fire elemental.
Yeah. We did also have a, what was it, an Imix thing?
The orb or the crown?
Yeah, the orb.
We still have the other one.
Ah, right. We have
A bit of it.
crown. What?
We have a bit of it, remember?
Ah. But yeah, we
saying this in front of this person, by
yeah.
the way.
Both give me insight checks.
Insight. All right.
Really? That sounds
11.
fascinating.
Insight. There it is.
Come on, get better than 11. I guarantee
Insight,
11 is
insight,
not bad.
insight.
Yes!
Fukyu, you see a slight kind of, she almost like kind of jolts to a stop for a second. A very manic grin kind of curling up on the left side of her lips before she kind of gets herself back under control. And yes, very interesting. Do tell me more.
Well,
This is Alvina
we
in 5 years.
exploded the Imix orb. And then
It was
Imix
very impressive.
Yeah. Then Imix talked to us.
Mm-hmm. I've got a bit of him in. I've got a bit of him in a jar. Actually.
Yeah, we got a bit of him in a jar. Also, I threw a key made out of fire at it, which had my fire. Well, at the time, he was like a little ball.
Also,
himself.
hi, I'm Alvina, by the way.
Oh, and fuck you.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure.
What? Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
You're the fire.
I'm assuming you're Sith, right?
I would be Sif, yes, darling, that's me. The pyromaster for this settlement. I'm in charge of the rituals for the smoking rituals and supplying heat to the caverns.
Ah, you one of the people who helped make the ribs as well? Because they were smoked, right?
Oh yes, Honey uses the shrine for the infusion process. Yes.
Ah, well, I will thank you as well. I would have thanked Honey when I was eating them. They would say it was fantastic because they were fantastic. This other person looks after the smoke.
Yes, you notice that Honey has a very similar appearance to the point where actually, as you, because I assume you'd insist on meeting the chef. There's other people manning his stalls.
Absolutely.
If you insist on meeting the chef, eventually they will call Honey over. And per second, you have to do a double take, as he looks absolutely identical to someone you've met before.
Yeah.
He is the spitting image of Jam.
Oh!
And if it wasn't for the difference of demeanor, and he seems to be a much more jovial man, or jovial creature.
More jovial than Jam?
Yes, Jam has a snideness and a arrogance to him. Honey is more humble, much more friendly.
So, is there going to be one of these at every single outpost? Just name some kind of different spread. Or
maybe.
There may be a Nutella nearby.
Peanut butter.
His name is Chocolate.
Yeah, I was about to say, it can't be Nutella, that's copywritten.
Yeah.
It'd be chocolate spread.
All right.
Yeah.
Hazelnut spread
Hazelnut
then.
spread.
No, his name is Chocolate.
Hello, I'm unbranded hazelnut spread. Nice to meet you. I had another name, but
I'm generic chocolate spread.
I can't wait to find butter.
Tesco's own brand.
Yeah.
And you can call me
toast.
my mate.
Mar.
But yes.
So yes, Mike Mar.
Honey is the spitting image of Jam.
Awesome.
So these are the Nurse Joys of our universe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh dear.
For those interested, and if you ask, because Honey's the only one that will actually tell you, they are cousins.
I would have gone. Any
Uh-huh.
relation to Jam? You look quite similar. Like cousins. Ah.
Oh, Jam. Yes. Oh, yes. Cousin. Yes.
Ah.
Arrogant prick, really, don't you think?
Yes.
That hurt.
But yes, Honey decided to become a cook instead of a intrigue master,
I like this guy a lot.
and is famous for making honey smoked ribs.
Oh yeah, I'm definite huge compliments.
But yes, we return from that flashback
Yeah.
back to Joseph.
So, we found that my fireman, he's called Sodolf. He can kind of absorb other fire, like sort of living fire. Do you know if there's any more around here so we can, like, essentially feed him?
Living fire, darling. Oh, give me a second. There's a lot
speaks
to
some
process.
kind of
Do
bone
you need a second?
He talks some weird made-up language as well. I've been trying to
Both
teach him.
give me persuasion checks. It's almost too good to be believed.
Can I give fuck you advantage, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I know you've got a better persuasion than my 0. So,
26.
you're welcome.
He fully believes everything you've said so far.
I mean, we can back it up. We've got most of these objects on us.
Sodolf is probably still back on the ship because
I know I have the jar of fire and
yeah,
the
yeah.
firebox on me, though. Like those two aren't leaving my side.
Oh shit.
What?
Zormi's ran off back to the ship.
You just realised we've left a living fire on a ship.
Yep.
Oh, Tarlica. Living flame, I suppose if you're looking for fire sources, then obviously iron core is your main target there. Rumor has it they actually have some of the primal flame from.
I got told that I need that so I can hatch my dragon eggs.
What?
Did I not mention that?
Yep.
Abject innocence, and Albina's face, like genuine.
She just stares into like a nearby fire. She seems to stare for a while.
I wave my hand in front, about a foot in front of her face.
Talking about living fire, dragon eggs,
and meeting the god of fire itself.
Yeah.
Who we stole and ate, it seems.
Yeah. Who threw a key at and essentially stole part of his soul.
Yeah.
Right. Other than iron core, from what I've studied, although even my knowledge is limited to seemingly what you two random people have come into my shrine since. I guess you want to go to, I guess technically the moon. You want to go to Imix's rib. Apparently the volcanoes there are infused with the very essence of Imix.
I mean, that makes sense.
I've always wanted.
That does make sense.
There, but
so is Imix actually dead then?
Capable of astral travel. Sorry, what?
Is
we
Imix
figure
actually
it out how
dead?
to.
Because we kind of told his soul that he was, but we don't actually know.
No, the Prince of Fire from all knowledge, or the problem is I don't know what's propaganda and what's not, but no, he very much still reigns in the primal monarchy.
All right.
Okay. That'll be why he insisted he wasn't dead.
Yeah, probably.
When we told him he was dead, that might explain a lot.
I mean, the rumor is that he was injured during the Rainbow Wars, hundreds of thousands of years ago.
That'll be where we got it from.
I mean, yeah. That kind of does also explain why his ribs are just randomly there.
They're over on the skyline.
But I always kind of, I mean, I believed, but so many believe that it's just a folk tale. The moon can't actually be a body part of the primal prince. That's preposterous.
I mean,
why?
Have you actually been to Titan Guts? It's not just called that for no reason.
Yeah, we found tapeworms.
No, I grew up in Ruin Cove, and I came to Smokeyard to be closer to Ironcore. My hope was to eventually be on one of the infiltration teams. Actually,
yeah, go for it.
maybe actually get close to primal fire.
Gonna cause mass. Zome is about to cause like a riot. By the way, he's gonna walk through a populated area with a small rogue fire elemental.
That's only if Ben says yes or no.
Go for it. Go for it.
Like, Ben's not gonna stop you. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Zormir walks up to where you are and goes, "Here, look after your damn little
child.
Damn child."
Oh, that's where he is.
I'm not having him burn my damn ship down.
He only caused 3 fires.
4.
3.
Oh, 4. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
The one in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm going to check your damn room.
The kitchen's fine. I put it out.
We were testing things.
Never mind, I'm going. See you.
Isabel runs.
Bye. Just walks off.
Yeah, here's shut off.
She got a 25 Constitution save, not to faint. She just silenced, just her eyes just glittering with disbelief, just watching the little bugger.
Did he ever learn how to speak common?
No, he speaks some weird bubble language. Kind of sounds like fire crackling and I don't know.
Okay. Sort of. Say hello. No? Okay.
He does a little fire dance, to which she kind of just continues watching, and eventually raises her hand, and you can see she clicks her fingers, and a flame lights on the tip of them, as it too begins to do little crackling energy.
I imagine every one of us is just staring at the fire.
How'd you do that? Teach me how to do that.
I need to learn how to do that.
What? It's pyromancy.
It's impressive.
One of the primordial arts.
Oh, there was what was his name? The Turtle Man.
Turtle Man.
Yes, he is a hydromaster.
Yeah.
He learned the primordial art of waterbending, effectively.
Basically, yeah, because I helped him with the water park. It's like, and I didn't say the name of the guy. He had a primordial art.
Yes, I've heard of him. There's a few of us. It's a really difficult skill to learn, and only those born to, I guess, elemental affinity are really able to master it.
Is there a way to check?
There's technically there's a ritual you go through to check your affinity. It's quite dangerous. You have to be on the kind of enter into a dreamlike state and descend upon the kind of barrier between this realm and the primordial realms.
I mean, I can only do this. He holds his palm out and casts minor illusion, and same sort of fire is going, but it's just like not.
It's an actual just illusion.
Yeah, it's just an illusion, not an actual fire.
But generally, we try and we were able to kind of get a rough idea for who might have an affinity beforehand, because they show slight elemental either awareness or even a very small command over the elements. A very we call it the spark.
Okay.
But like I said, it's rare. Only generally one in a couple thousand people might have the affinity. And it takes a lot of intense training to master.
Maybe worth at least checking at some time.
Yes, darlings, I'd be more than happy to help if you show and teach me more of what you've done and traveled. And sorry, I'm still just a little bit in disbelief.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
I don't think I can process all of this in one day.
I get it. We've been here for like a couple of weeks.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna retire for a bit. and kind of process this. It was lovely to meet you, and I really hope we meet again.
Oh yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be here for a little while. So
I need to
yeah,
meditate or something.
You're gonna have a meditate.
It's in like a zombified state. She walks off into one of the back rooms and closes the door.
Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah. Come on, son off. We're gonna go get some more barbecue.
Yeah.
And they all lived happily ever after. Barbecue.
Break an NPC in 5 minutes flat.
5 seconds. We broke him in 5 seconds flat. We just continued the conversation after.
We just go in talking about Imix and like not giving a shit who's around us.
Yeah. Why the barbarian and the bard should never be left in their own devices.
and then the artificer walks up and goes, "Hit!" and walks off.
It is this weird monster.
There was some strong Scanlan and Grog vibes there.
It really was. There really was.
In that conversation, very much so, and I enjoyed listening to it.
Which one was which though?
Would you two talking about that just remind me that little fire thing was on Zormir's ship. He's not gonna let that just...
Yeah, the point is, what is on the ship at the moment? 2 fucking Hydras, Emmy, and sod off.
Well, the people, Abigail and Blue's probably still back there.
Abby's, I don't know if
Abby's in the background, but isn't relevant to the stories going on right now.
Abby's hanging out with sort of with fuck you and Albina probably just one.
Yeah, but yes, that was your encounter with Sif, the local pyromaster.
Nice.
As you probably guessed, she is an enthusiast for fire.
Yeah.
It's a bit odd to see elf being a fire attuned.
I quite like the irony. Yeah. Also, make her a steam elf, possibly.
Yes, if you learn more about her past, and she did mention she's from God, I've already forgotten the name of it. From Ruined Grove.
Grove, yeah.
It's supposed to be Cove. I know.
Yeah, I heard you say Ruined Cove. So.
It is supposed to be Ruined Cove because it's a cove. It's a shipwreck yard.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense then.
Southeast off the map. Nearby Reflection. But anyway, Gwent, is there anything you'd like to do?
Gwent is going to try and find somebody involved in the medical side of the camp and see if they ever found any bodies or the survivors of this creature in the tunnel to see what gains them insight into what actually attacked them.
Are you still drunk?
Could I also do that?
Oh, Gwent has also conjured up a pair of sunglasses and a pint of coffee.
Lovely.
I love the energy.
As you're proceeding, Fade joins you. You'll be looking for the closest person would be the herbalist. So it'd be Akun. I'm just going with Akin. I'm going to assume the U is silent there. There's a problem with getting names from random generator. Eventually, you find him over by what appears to be a kind of large, open hut-like area. Like one of those like tiki huts you see for like bars. He's got
thatched roof.
Yeah.
He's got one of those with various equipment set up. He's got brewer supplies and alchemical set up, as well as a herbalist station, where he seems to be working with several apprentices to work the various stations. You kind of see him crisscrossing, kind of doing things here and there. He is a large, kind of pale Goliath with various tattoos up and down his body of his profession. You can see tattoos of tankards, those of flowers, and various kind of like sprouting limbs of trees kind of going down his left arm, as well as vials and the symbol that those proficient in religion would recognize as the symbol of Medici, the god of healing, the god of health. No,
I think she was the god of healing arts.
God of medicine. That's what she is.
Probably healing arts, yeah.
technically, she is the god of the of medicine and students and that sort of stuff. Another god of students. Of medical students. I was going to say part is the god of students. But she does. There are demigods who kind of, or there are minor gods who have like specific subsects underneath her. Particularly for those who are basically for Gwen, is Chiron, the god of healing, is underneath her. He's one of the minor gods underneath Medici.
And a git.
But yes, he is going back and forward, kind of doing the various stations, and then kind of instructing people to watch here and there while the things boil and are processed. But he seems to be doing the bulk of the work, and he's actively switching between the three professions as he's going about and waiting for various things to be done in the background. He seems to almost, without really thinking about it, immediately switch and like rotate on a dime and do something just as a pot is about to boil. He immediately kind of opens it up, throws stuff in, gives it a stir. And you see him do this several times as you approach his tiki stand. I'm just going to call it a tiki stand.
It sounds like a freaking cocktail bar. I love it.
Yeah, medicinal cocktails. Who doesn't
Yeah!
like Hey. Oh, God, Christ. Hey, you're the local doctor, yeah?
Yeah, kind of glances over at you and then, without really stopping, kind of has a conversation with you. Aye, that would be... What are the Goliaths? Aye, that's me. I'm Akan. How can I be of service?
Hey, did you look at any of the bodies that came from the tunnel that were attacked by the creature?
Aye, from the tunnel, you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's got to be, what, a couple months back now. Odd that you're asking questions about that now. Can I ask what your business is?
Here. We're going to go in the tunnel.
Oh, then you're probably going to want to purchase my healing potions. I'll make sure to whip up an extra special batch if you're going to be mad enough to go down there. You're going to need it.
Do you have anything to cure brandy drunkenness?
Of course I do. It's called time.
Sorry,
It's
Gwen.
the best doctor.
I can't buy time.
You can? It just
People,
no, that's you can't.
You can
but I got a
only
couple things that'll help
spend it.
stimulate it.
Technically, I can buy time. Haste.
I can buy time.
can only
Stasis.
But
can
if
only
I've,
spend time.
You see, it just like pulls a pestle and mortar up right in front of you and starts just smashing into it with his Goliath strength. Kind of glancing up at you. He's got these beautiful cold blue eyes that stare back at you. That'd been a right shit show that was. Poor folks, they came out with heads of white. Stress will do that to you. Terrified, the poor saps.
Did you see any other, apart from the white hair, was there any, like, traces of, like, turns away, does a really sicky burp, like, any, like, poison, scratch marks, anything like this?
I don't know if there's any poison to it, but was something strange. One of the fellas, he had this large kind of, I don't even know how to describe that. I guess silk-like substance. It kind of reminded me of a spider's web, I could say.
Fucking called it. It's a giant spider or something.
But there was something unnatural about that spider, that webbing. Now, I've come across several species of spiders in my time. They produce some valuable ingredients and reginants I need. But I ain't seen nothing like this. It seemed to almost glitter with a kind of copperish color.
Do you know who was this? Who?
Oh, Barry.
Please tell me he has
Barry.
white hair now.
Oh, aye, completely mute. Can't talk a word. No, he's had the sanity just scared right out of him. You know, I give him plenty of alcohol for what ails him, but now Barry's never been the same since he's gone down the tunnel. Lives in one of the tents by the river. Spends his days mostly just glancing in there. Poor sap.
Do you have a sample of what he brought back?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see if you get lucky here. I did keep a small vial of it, but God, now I just gotta remember where I put the damn thing. It's probably in storage somewhere. Couldn't figure out what to use it for, so I never did. But you think it'll help you?
If we can identify the creature it came from, we could possibly manufacture a counter poison
Against webbing.
antitoxin.
Counter poison against
Oh,
web.
I don't think the webbing wasn't poisonous or venomous or anything. No, it was just strange webbing.
But the creature may be venomous.
Oh, you're not gonna get that from the webbing. That's not how spiders work, mate.
I'm not sure you know how spiders work.
I think I do.
It's like, bro.
Unless you want a pestle mortar up inside your head, I wouldn't argue against it. Yeah,
Yes,
turns his back
sir.
on you and goes and throws some stuff in a pot.
Is one of them a spider?
Berries.
I think he doesn't know what spiders are.
Takes a little jar of spiders, puts them into the
Yes!
pestle mortar, just squishes them down.
Basically, did you just throw a tarantula into the spot?
Okay, so he's not a vet. Maybe we should ask the head ranger if they know anything.
Potentially, but I want to see Barry. Barry
Them
sounds
too. Does he? It seems to me like he might, if we bring up this traumatic event, regress and scream.
Well,
but I'm no doctor.
At least he'll be talking.
You could call Alvina. Cause new trauma.
But while you guys are doing that, the point, is there anything you'd like to do?
So the point spends a bit of time advertising, basically saying there's going to be a concert eventually.
Yeah.
No, doesn't specify a date at all, whether it's going to be this evening or
coming
whatever.
soon.
Yeah, coming soon, and then we'll go back to the ship to practice messing about on the art table.
You see Zoma go fuck, run in at some point.
And then run back out with Sodoff and then go.
Yeah.
That's fair. We go back to a couple minutes later of Gwent and Fade have been able to get to the river side, or the lake side, to the southeast here. As you're kind of asking about and looking about to find Barry, eventually there's a group of onlookers and squawkers who kind of draw your attention, and asking them what the deal is. They actually point out like, it's all crazy Barry. He's out drifting on the lake again.
I don't understand.
He does this from time to time. Just lets himself drift, and then eventually gets pulled out into the deep end.
Oh,
Does he come back usually,
why?
or does he have to be brought back?
He normally has to get brought back. The first time this happened, people just said, "Oh, it's just Barry being Barry. Leave the poor lad alone. He's been through enough." But he drifted out there for 48 hours before we finally decided he should eat something.
He's been out there for 48 hours.
No, Barry's only been out there for an hour today.
If he's been out there 48 hours, he's dead.
No, he was out there 40 hours the first time he did it. After that, we've since been reeling him in after a couple hours. He doesn't put up a resistance or anything, but that's Barry for you. Vacant as a hollow tree.
Can you draw him in for us?
Oh.
Can you bring him in?
I mean, I'm not doing it. I got shit to do with my day.
Well, like, isn't his boat
shit to do, like
standing
on the edge of a fucking lake looking at the guy?
Yeah.
Hey, don't judge me. I'll do what I want. Okay.
It's my day off, you bastard.
Yeah, storms away enough.
We should reel him in.
Okay, just hang on a second. Jesus.
How
I'm
long?
gonna cast water walk on myself.
I can. I just take a step onto the water, and my jetpack built into my robot leg activates, and I jetpack along the water surface.
That'd be very amusing to watch. How good's your balance? Are you just hanging from your leg being propelled forwards?
I can fly.
That's fair. That's fair. As you get closer to Barry, the ripples of the water are sending him scattering away from you. Each time you get closer, he goes further away.
I pull out a rope and I go to lasso the boy.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check. Gwen, as you're walking across the water, you just see Fade up ahead of you, just pushing Barry deeper and deeper towards the wall.
Gwen, go
I'm going round him.
I was Gwen, go to a normal walking pace and catch up quickly.
Why? Why are you doing this? Can't you just? I mean, why?
But as you
fly,
as you thingy to the other side of them and try to like point them back towards the shore, give me a survival check.
Oh,
also not very great at that. I
Spell's
will
tracking. It's not necessarily horrible.
I will guidance myself also. Oh, that has not worked.
Just roll a d4. It's separate. Just roll a d4 after.
Where the heck is it? Roll 20 crashes again. What did I roll?
16.
Survival is 16 is high enough for this. It was more just if you were so bad at it, he started going left and right rather than towards the shore.
I see.
So you do start directing him towards the shore and back towards Gwent. Just doing this weird. Barry just does not react to any of this, by the way. He just lets himself drift like some driftwood. Gwent, eventually Barry kind of starts going towards you as you're walking towards him. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just drag him towards, just the beach first. Get him off the water.
With your water walking, you are more than able to do so.
Okay, when he's off that, I'm gonna introduce myself and then I'm gonna cast sending and speak in his head.
Oh, don't do that. What's wrong with you?
It's added different trauma. It's great.
Okay, then.
He might be lost inside his head, and if he can dock back inside his head.
The misadventures of Horseman and Robot Boy, terrorizing an old man into his grave.
Hey, it's better than scaring someone to death and using their blood for stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't done that yet.
No, Bob did that in a one-shot.
Oh, of course he did. Bob, once again proving that in any one shot, he is the villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the terror.
Anyway.
Villain.
It doesn't say anything about speaking, so
yeah,
I think he can respond telepathically. It was more that when he had to like say it out loud for the spell to work and pick it up. But I think that should be fine telepathically.
I think it just is. It has to understand, doesn't it? Like it's not.
It's more because you're sending a message.
Yeah.
It's a question of whether or not you have to like say the message and then it's sent. But since message specifically says you have to whisper it and sending doesn't, I'm going to assume sending is purely telepathic.
Yeah, sending.
Yes, I think
that's
so.
Go. Works for me.
I just realized as well, because of how stats work, he has to be dead to not get it. Because if you're a humanoid with an intelligence score of less than 1, you are dead.
What do you say to him?
Oh, 25 words, so Barry, I'm a doctor. Tell me about the tunnel. What happened to you? What attacked you? We can help you.
Nice.
Yeah,
25 words of just scream.
No, that's fair. He responds back a fragmented message of the darkness. It attacked. They all died. I see it in my nightmares. A face. Like no other. It was everywhere and nowhere. He does a series of ahs that make up the rest of the 25 words.
I'm gonna burn through another sending. Can you draw me a picture of the face? How did it attack you? How did you manage to escape it? Please help us.
I never learned how to draw. I could do some squiggles.
I'm going to say out loud, squiggles are fine.
I ran.
I knew that would be the one. I knew for a fact that it is one. How did you escape? I ran.
I ran. It was like it could burrow through the rock. There was this glimmering substance everywhere. And the darkness. The darkness stretched for so long. It seemed irritated by our lanterns. It targeted them.
Mm.
Oh, that's convenient. We've got a glowing person in the party.
Do we?
That horrible hissing noise. The hissing! That's all he answers.
Do you let... oh, no, you're from this world as well. I'm sure with the two of us, we might be able to put our head together. Does this sound like anything in my internal bestiary? Or does it sound like I could assist Gwent? Like, who, given where we're from, who would have a better idea?
I would say
Because there are several creatures that fit this criteria.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything unique enough about this creature that would indicate what
burrows through rock, hissing.
Lives in caves, doesn't like light, produces some sort of weird
Actively attacks the light, though.
Yeah. Intelligent. It's intelligent, possibly.
Yeah,
or
that.
Could be that. But that gives us an in as well. I'm thinking if we set like actual sort of drift globes or cast light on things that can't easily be broken, like rocks or something, we can confuse it, draw it into a certain area so that we can get past.
Or we just cast light on Alvina, it'll attack Alvina, we'll beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, that plays also.
That's my thought.
All right, but with that, is there anything anyone would like to do before we wrap up for today, as we're past 9 o'clock?
There's one thing that I would like to do.
Wait, just before you do that, I'm going to just burn through an aura of purity to try and help him, and then like lesser restorations and calm emotions to get him, try to get through to him, make him slightly better than we found him.
Cool.
Oh, that's fair. You do so. You think it does help, and maybe with like prolonged treatment, you could do something to help him. It's an interesting one because it's obviously affliction of the mind, and there's only so much radiant or divine healing effectively can do, as it more focuses on the body and the soul rather than the mind. And unfortunately, while you are excellent at healing wounds, you are not a licensed therapist. You're confident this guy needs a therapist.
Fetch me the cow, man.
Bring me the cow.
I also want to say, all throughout the meeting with Sif, fuck you was wearing the lampshade. That is now fuck you's go-to stealth.
Hat. It's just stealth is the lampshade. Alvina would like to at some point when we've finished eating the second round of ribs, go as close to the end of the tunnel to where it is without actually going to the unblocking part, and try to commune with nature to see if I can get an idea of it.
That's nice.
He didn't mention, but the blockage is about a day's travel into the tunnels.
All right, so it's
You
not.
you'd have to spend a day traveling there to get close enough to do it.
Fair enough.
But something to keep in mind for if you do go down the tunnels.
That is pretty much my thought. It's like, how do we find out what it is? I will ask the spirit dragon what it is.
I mean, how far? A day's travel? What? Walking? Horse ride?
A day's travel walking.
Yeah, I assumed it was on foot it's a cave.
Mm-hmm.
It is 1 hex away, effectively.
Yeah, because Commune Nature's has more limited range when it's inside.
And how big was the hex again?
We do not know, an indeterminate amount. Whatever a day's travel on foot is.
Right.
Like I don't know. The distance doesn't matter. It was the time. It takes you 1 day. It's 1 day. Mechanically 1 day.
I was just wondering whether like the Gwent Bill would be able to get you there in like half a day or something.
The Gwentmobile would, yes, because it is mounted. Therefore, they can do 2 hex per day, so it can do a hex in 1 day.
I could get Susie to possibly do it as well.
Yeah, so you have options if you do want to scout out beforehand. The only problem I'd say with that is they don't have like an exact measurement of where it is. They just say it's a day's travel, so you are absolutely likely to accidentally stumble into it.
I don't fancy my chances 1-on-1. Don't fancy my chances. Or 2-on-1 technically. So
I've burned quite a lot of big spells, so
you're probably better off like when you do eventually decide to travel down there. As soon as you see like the first signs that you might be getting close to the creature's nest, I'll let you pop off the spell before you go any further.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going. Is it close enough? It's not before when we have. There's something around here. We'll get it there. Okay, there. That's my one for it then.
Was there anybody else who said anything?
Other than rolling my.
Yeah, other than us doing the lucky dip and rare item checks, I think that's it.
Yeah, we'll do that to end. All right, cool. Then yeah, if that's everyone, let's do a little bit of last minute bookkeeping then and do some purchasing stuff. I have updated Deepwell's loot table already on the port menu, so there are some slight adjustments to price. Predominantly to scrap is ever so slightly more expensive here. It's 30 GP per unit, simply because they have less actual scrap they want to sell off because a lot of it's really useful to them. So there's higher demand for it here.
I think we're at our max scrap anyway.
I don't think anyone's given fuck you any coin because he's only got 29 gold.
Quite possibly not giving you your fair share of the party loot.
I mean,
the point only has 13.
Yeah,
Alvina has
trust fuck you with money at this point. Probably.
Yeah, Alvina has 3,450.
Yeah,
and Gwent has like 100 platinum or something.
Yeah, I mean, people know that you essentially spend most of your money on food and like filling up the galley and that on the ship as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Deepwell only has 1 dip on the salvage table.
Does it still have its rare item though? Which is not a lucky dip one.
Yes, it still gets 1 rare item that I can roll randomly on the table for if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to know what the rare item is, essentially.
But while I'm doing that, I take it we all want to do the lucky dip. You can get 1 dip on it for 500 GP.
I've already spent the gold.
Yeah, best this is Zoma brought up. I think you should be the one to roll it.
Alright, 1d40?
Yep, 1d40. Because I still haven't got around to doing.
You need to do that Celestial one. The Celestial one really makes sense here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
13.
No, that's uncommon.
It's Primordial uncommon, was it? Oh no, it's Psionic uncommon. The higher.
It goes Primordial then Psionic.
Oh, is it? I couldn't remember if it would Primordial Psionic or Psionic Primordial.
Primordial 13.
What?
Oh no.
God,
Ogre
take these
chains.
things off the goddamn. No, I got rid of anything that wasn't a one-use item.
Okay.
Apart from
Is it another
anything
brace of
that's also
defense?
not a resource. Okay. Who would sell this? I don't technically have a market person here, so I'm just gonna go with a generic vendor.
I mean,
You can do the quest giver guy, Mike.
Quest giver, yeah.
Imagine they'd have like a requisition, like a stockpile.
And I believe he was a Givzeri.
Yes.
I mean, yes, I've got a little bit of something if you'd like it. An
She has wares if you have coin.
I have wares if you have the coin. A unopened salvage box that we managed to find in the fields to the west.
To the north, to the south.
I don't know what's in it, but I occasionally hear strange gurgling sounds from inside. Do you care to buy and purchase?
Yes.
And be the first to open this salvage box?
It could be more troll heads.
Okay. Yeah.
The troll heads are actually really handy.
Here's your box.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck what's in there, and if you're ever looking to earn a little bit of extra coin or some emblems, do let me know. I've always got odd jobs, especially when it comes to hurting the Empire. Dax loves nothing more than to see them squirm.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd probably send someone your way soon, I'm sure.
Good. Well, toodaloo, best of luck, stranger.
Okay. I will
do other things.
I will open the crate and see what's inside.
You open the crate, and inside you see a familiar sight. A glass container filled with green liquid. Something moving in the green liquid. A troll head.
Yes!
Okay.
It's like, that's a present.
Walks up, finds Alvina. Here.
Thank you! Yes.
Alvina, go ahead and roll me a d40 for the rare item.
22. It's not a ogre braces again.
22. It's common though. Darn.
It's not off of the lucky dip. It's guaranteed rare item.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the $5,000 one. It's just what it is.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So, you find, it's just gonna be Dax. Dax is just the main seller now.
Yeah.
Congrats, Dax. The Githuri comes over to you. There's something about you. Something that Dax likes, a kindred spirit. Did you know that the Dax, who refers to himself as first person, that's not my character trait, Dax. Congrats.
Related to the jam as well.
No.
No, they sound wonderful though.
No. I did used to belong to the great Withern Riders of the Astral Sea.
You have my attention.
I retired to, well, that's personal. But Dax, in his journeys, found something interesting that I think you might like. You seem like someone who might like dragons.
Yes.
Is Dax correct?
Yes. I mean, he's like very focused on them.
Well, during my travels during Blackvein Swap, I don't know if you've ever met Blackvein. I've met a few of his offspring, his brood. Their personalities match their color, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
But during one of these encounters with one of Blackvein's brood, let's just say Drax is as much as a pushover as the young whelp thought. Dax managed to get a bit of a trophy from the creature. And being the ingenious and entrepreneurial that Dax is, I made myself a dagger from that trophy. A dagger that is coated in the acidic nature of Blackvein. Would you like a dragon dagger of acid?
Yes.
is enchanted with magical properties. A +1 to help you damage an attack. And you can use an action to cause acid to seep from the sharpened bone, coating the dagger in acid for up to a minute. When you slash at the creature, it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 acid damage.
Yes, actually, that could be very handy.
They also have a status effect. It's effectively a reflavored dagger of venom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's acid based. I like that.
Yes, I'm trying to think if I want to keep the poison effect or if I want it to do something else.
You could have it. What would be a cool one, because it's one I like for acid. You could lower AC for a short amount of time.
Ooh, I like that one actually. Yeah.
That's what I quite often use for acid because it's a fun one.
Replacement effect.
I'm literally going to fuck you. Can you do me a favor? Can you go fetch Gwen right now?
I mean,
I'll buy you another rack of ribs if you do.
I mean that. Okay. I mean, it's more. I don't know where he is.
Oh, you have your ways, I know.
Hmm.
If you cause enough of a problem, possibly Gwen will show up immediately. Also, I'm gonna shout, Gwen!
At this point, fuck you tips down his lampshade and stuffs off.
Yeah.
I'll make an official version of that for D&D Beyond and for the
for
20 log.
For 30.
Wow. But there you go, a Dragon Dagger of Acid. On a DC 15 Constitution save, on a fail, their AC is lowered by 2 for 1 minute and can be undone by a mending spell or similar repair magic.
Nice. But yeah, basically, here you go. I need Gwen here so he can spot me a little bit of the cash for the item.
Here it is, because the magic items are also slightly more expensive, it is 7,500 gold.
Nasty.
And per the dagger's effect, it can only be used this way once per dawn.
Once per dawn, okay.
So once per dawn, you can effectively attempt to lower their AC by 2.
This seems fair. Yeah, Gwen, would you be able to spot me some? Oh, would they take a trade for part of the cost to get some of the cost off?
Yeah, Dax is a bartering man.
Yeah. Because it'd be the braces of the defense braces, which is another rare item.
As we all know, for anyone who's ever traded in an item, the sell value is significantly lower than the buy value.
Yes, it is.
But he will knock 25% off the price. Because Dax is a shrewd businessman.
Yeah, better bargain than Alvina, certainly. Actually, wait a minute. I've just realised something. I have a bunch of gems on me. So that is... What is 25% off of...
Puts it back down to the average of... Actually, not quite 5.
It's not quite, yeah. That's why I was late. You could put it down to the average of $5,000, and I'd be very happy with that.
2 seconds.
That'd be 50%. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it down to 5,000.
Okay.
There you go, 5,000 GP.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be 5,625 otherwise.
Yeah, I'll just knock it down to 5,000.
Okay, I'm gonna trade in.
Give a benefit for those items you can dump duplicates off.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand him. Do I have enough? Yeah, I do. Wow. 5,000 exactly in gems, if he's willing to accept that.
He's obviously spent some time. He gets out his magnifying glass, inspects the gems, kind of stares at you in that like, I'm gonna make you sweat a little bit before I tell you the answer, before eventually going, this is agreeable.
Thank you.
As long as none of them are the diamonds.
No, it's not the diamonds. I had it in other gems on me because Alvina's been collecting them because they're pretty. I have no more of those 500 gold piece gems. I literally had. I've got 1 left, essentially, of my collection of 11 that I had.
But there you go. You can do healing potions and other things. I'll let Zormir worry about that. There's limits there of 2 uncommon, 4 common, because they produce slightly. Well, they should produce more.
I'll let other people worry about the potions because I'm running out of cash.
Gwent's got the vast majority of the cash for the group.
I'm going to adjust the limit there.
For the group, but,
I mean, it's healing potions. It seems like the kind of thing that you at least would buy.
Yeah, Deepwell actually has more resources to make healing potions, so they actually have a higher limit. So I've given them a higher limit since I need to account for the natural terrain and the lore I've given these places.
And by the way, that Black Dragon dagger is basic, non-attunement, right?
Let me double check the dagger of venom. It is not attunement. It is just a +1 weapon with an effect.
Cool. Just make sure it's like, otherwise I can't use it.
So technically, you can throw it to somebody mid-combat, and they can use it.
It does have an action. It does take an action to activate it, though.
I mean, I'm basically going. It's a way to get us acid damage if we need it. That's the reason. That's the big reason. Also, it's dragon based, so obviously Alvina wants it. Yeah. But it's actually like practical to spend that much money on it as well.
Yeah, and it does last until you hit the creature, so it's something good to, like, if you know you're going into combat, like, quickly do that beforehand, because it'll last a minute or until you attack with it. Or more importantly, until you hit with it. So even if you miss, it's fine. But yes, we'll do any additional bookkeeping afterwards. That has been episode 30, All's Well in Deepwell. You've got to meet the establishment of Deepwell, got to get a little bit of the flavor here, got to meet Warder Cinderbeard, and have additional quest lines you can pick up next time. So I'll leave you guys to discuss that over the week. Alvina won't be here, but I'm sure you can kill whatever you need to kill while they're gone. And you can pick where you want to go for next week. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you all had fun, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Where's the button? There's the button.